welcome back to another tier list video with me and Mason.
Yay!
It's a Sonic one again. There's going to be a lot of...
What a surprise.
What a surprise. It's almost like we liked Sonic the Hedgehog. But this time, we're doing tier list of all of the Sonic vocal tracks.
Yep.
Well, not all of them.
Well, asterisk.
All of the Sonic vocal tracks. Asterisk. So, the rules on this one. Only songs from the games. Because, you know, we gotta limit it somehow. There's 89 tracks in this, technically.
Yeesh.
There's actually 87 because of two of them having two parts. But...
Yeah.
But, yeah, we had to cut it down somehow. So the rules: 1, only songs from the games. 2, no official soundtrack remixes that weren't in the games.
Yeah, because there's like tons of them. We'd be talking about the same song for like 10 minutes on end, and we just don't want to do that.
Yeah, we'd get through Sonic CD and Sonic R and 3D Blast, and then it would be, okay, here's Open Your Heart, and 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 here's Open Your Heart. There'd be so many. And then we get to Live and Learn, and the video would just be 3 hours of Live and Learn remixes.
Yeah. And I've listened to quite a few of those, and I can't think off the top of my head of many that's like meet or surpass the original. Yeah.
Really. So there's no real point. There are 2 that I think were in the game, but might just be official soundtrack remixes. But as you can probably see, they're the remixes of his world. There's only 2 of them. Yeah. And they're all good, but it's
and they're also very different from one another. So I feel like ranking those is justified. Yeah,
there's a justification there. 3, no stage themes, except Sonic R. Sonic R is an exception, Sonic R is special.
Yeah, Sonic R gets the special.
The reason we're not including the stage themes is not because we don't like them. It's because we would just be here for twice as long thanks to all of like the OC character stages in Forces, and I think most of the modern tracks in Forces, I think, or at least some of them. And then all of Knuckles is what, and then most of the stage themes from Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, and Cyberspace from Frontiers.
And
Sonic Rush. And Sonic and the Secret Rings.
We'd be here for so long!
We'd be here for quite a while.
We'd be here for so long! It would be midnight before we're done with, like, fucking Secret Rings, even. We would not be done until the sun rose tomorrow.
Yes. But we are considering doing a part 2 with those songs and any other, maybe a few other songs. But obviously, we're doing this first. So if you enjoy this tier list, then please tell us in the comments and it will incentivize us to get working on that second part. But for now, it's
working on it faster. We'll definitely be making it.
Well, yeah, we'll eventually make it, but you know.
How long? 4. We will be including remixes that were in the games. For example, you've got It Doesn't Matter, and then It Doesn't Matter.
Yeah, the SA2 remixes.
The SA1
and the Shadow the Hedgehog remix of E.G.G.M.A.N. And the 06 version of All Hail Shadow, for example.
Or just as some examples. And 5. Technically, I'm including Vela Nova Part 2, even though it doesn't have any words in it. Fuck you.
Yeah. It has a meme attached to it. We're allowed to add it.
True. And also, Part 1 does have words. And it's just 2 parts of the same song. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's just an instrumental section. Now, one more thing before we start. I want to give a quick shout out to somebody who kind of did this before us. We came up with doing this first. They just got the video out first. YouTuber IRN. Don't know if that's how you exactly pronounce it, but, you know, link to their channel in the iCard, on screen, description. I don't know. Their tier list is different, included some things we aren't including, didn't include some things we are including, so both can exist harmoniously. But
yeah.
do check them out as well. If you like this video, check theirs. And if you didn't like this video, check theirs as well anyway. Maybe
you might enjoy it more.
Yeah, you might enjoy it more than this one if you didn't like this one. Or check theirs out, and if you don't enjoy it, come back and check this one out. I don't know.
Just
Again,
moral of the story, watch both.
harmoniously.
Because you can.
Watch
no
both,
one's stopping
because
you.
The existence of one of these videos does not cancel out the existence of the other. Both can exist harmoniously as stated before. Yeah, thank God that two videos having the same idea didn't erase the later version from existence, because holy fuck, YouTube would be so boring otherwise. It would just be content farms. It would just be content farms everywhere, because everyone would just be like, okay, I've got to make this original idea first. It doesn't have to be good, I just have to make it first.
Yeah.
Anyway, commentary on the state of YouTube aside, let us begin. Now, are we going to... Mason, do we think we should run through these in alphabetical order, or aka the order they're put here, or in chronological order?
I don't really have a preference, honestly. I feel like some things we could do better if we did it alphabetically, but I feel like there are other things that we could do better if we did it. I'm really not giving you an answer here.
That's fair. Let's
it's not
go
too
chronological.
Yeah, if it's not too much trouble for you to sift through all these songs, then we'll go chronological.
I'll just drag the one we're
I see what
the
first song in the list is, and I know you have strong opinions on it, so I wanna let you build to that.
Well, actually, that's not the one you're...
Oh, yes, sorry. Alphabet.
Yeah, that's the third one, actually.
Yes, L does come before M in the alphabet, Mason.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway. But before any of that, you can do anything. The Sonic CD intro... I think that's... Yeah, intro. I forgot which fucking... I've got all the names here in front of me. It's fine. Anyway. You Can Do Anything, the Japanese intro to Sonic CD. Like, obviously I'll be playing the songs that we're talking about in the background as we talk about them, so you, the audience, can hear them and make your own judgments.
Now here's the thing. I've gone on record saying that CD's Japanese OST is Japanese/European OST is better than the US one, with a slight exception.
I assume this is one of the exceptions.
This is the exception.
Bring up the exception.
Yeah, the thing about this is I do love both this song and Believe in Yourself, the Japanese ending theme, but there's just one slight problem, and it's a very personal pet peeve of mine. I just don't like it when Japanese people, particularly Japanese women, sing English lyrics, because it always sounds off to me. Yes, that means I'm not the biggest fan of Persona 5's music. I'm sorry. That's a me thing. That being said, I love the
first one, and you're getting cancelled on Twitter.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm sorry.
Right at the gate, man. Holy shit.
I'm so sorry. But yeah, besides
I've made
that,
a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. Anyway,
the rap parts of the song are very good. I love the energy that this song has. It really does fit with the intro. It's just got a great kick to it, and I like how the motif is used in the game as well, which can be said of quite a few songs on the list. But
oh, definitely, yeah.
It is very strong. So I'm thinking a B.
I'd say I like You Can Do Anything quite a good bit. Yeah, it's very silly, quite cheesy, but. Not to put too fine a point on it, but this is a franchise about a blue hedgehog. It's allowed to be silly and cheesy when it wants to be.
Also, the song is quite short, which does hold it back a bit, because it does fit with the intro, but, I mean, there's nothing
it's one of
stopping
those
them from
things
making
where
an
it's
extended
like,
version.
it would be better if there was more of it. You know, just a little bit, you know, maybe another 30 seconds to a minute of it, and it would be, you know. But I think a solid B tier.
Yeah. And it got an instrumental version in Team Sonic Racing as one of the Seaside Hill track themes, which was pretty cool.
It's true indeed. Where did I put Believe in Yourself?
top row.
Yes, there we are. So, believe in yourself, Mason.
This song is very funky. It's got a lot of funk.
It is very funky.
It's great. The Japanese woman singing doesn't bother me as much in this one because she doesn't sing as much, and the lyrics she's singing are a little bit slowed compared to the intro, which allows the enunciation to be less wishy-washy. This is
less ever so slightly fucked.
Yeah, know? This is very much a personal thing. I do like this song, but I would probably also put it in B.
I'd say I do like it. I do like it a lot. I think it's a B, but just above.
Yeah, it's. I think.
Two,
yeah.
If something separates these two, I'll be surprised. They're a perfect pair. And speaking of a perfect pair, I might as well put them in right at the same time because they're two versions of the same song, Sonic Boom, and the ending version for Sonic Boom.
Now, Sonic Boom, I feel like there are things about You Can Do Anything and Believe in Yourself that I like more about Sonic Boom, but I think that Sonic Boom is one of the most well-rounded songs in the entire franchise. You see it everywhere in like spin-off games and stuff. It really is like a quintessential Sonic song. Like, this is definitely on the Mount Rushmore of Sonic songs.
Oh yeah, it's one of the big ones. It's way up there. I think now, this might be a controversial opinion, but I think I like the ending version of Sonic Boom more than the opening version. Not by a massive amount, but I think just a slightly more chilled out sort of energy with the ending version. I appreciate it just a little bit more on a personal level.
Because the intro version, it does have energy, but it feels like it doesn't have quite enough energy. Is the issue with me?
Like it's not.
It feels a little held
as
back.
High as it's not quite as high energy as it should be, but I feel like it really settles into itself with the ending version, where it's like, it couldn't reach the highs. It couldn't reach the energy high of like You Can Do Anything.
Yeah.
So it's.
But in that way, it does reflect. It does reflect the US soundtrack more, because the US soundtrack, instead of going for energy in most pieces, it goes more for atmosphere. And I think especially the ending version is very atmospheric. It really does fit
with the rest.
And I love the guitar that it goes out on. It's beautiful. But yeah, I do think that on the whole, these are better than the Japanese versions.
So would we say a high B just above them, or a low A?
I would let's put the ending version in low A and let's put Sonic Boom in high B, because I do feel bad, but there are other Sonic songs that I would choose over Sonic Boom.
I think I might put opening Sonic Boom on the other side of the Japanese soundtracks.
Really? Oh, okay, fair enough.
Not by much, but just because the Japanese soundtracks with You Can Do Anything, Cosmic Eternity, Believe in Yourself, they know where they're supposed to be energy wise. Sonic Boom kind of didn't with the opening version.
That's fair enough.
Found it with the ending, you know. Right, next up, it's time for the funny. I'm just gonna get all of the. I'll just put this here. Metal Sonic mention. Speaking of speed, Supersonic Racing.
Supersonic Racing is, I would also say, a very quintessential Sonic song. It's in a lot of stuff. It got a remix in Generations. And I feel like of the songs in Sonic R, this one probably is the one that belongs in Sonic R. Yeah, like the others are good. Don't get me wrong. I do love the rest of the Sonic R soundtrack. A lot of that love does come from the irony.
It is quite a bit from the irony, but I do still love it.
Yeah.
As daft as it is.
But Supersonic Racing definitely fits. Like, if you didn't know the other songs were in the game, you'd be like, oh yeah, this is a good song, this fits. But then when you hear the others, you'd be like, oh.
Why are they all love ballads?
Yeah, why is this racing game full of love ballads?
With one of them sounding like it's like about fiscal responsibility or some shit, like what? But yeah, Supersonic Racing, I think it's got to go 8 here.
Definitely.
But like, is it above or below Sonic Boom Ending?
That's difficult. I think it's definitely on very even footing. I'd put it slightly below.
Yeah, I think
because again it has energy, but just not quite enough energy, and it is still technically a love song.
No, I think it's got the right amount of energy for what it's supposed to be. It's just Sonic Boom. It's Sonic Boom.
Yeah, I
can't. Like, this early on in the list, I can't really justify it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Now, love ballad number 1. Tails Doll funny moments. Can you feel the sunshine?
This is the this is the reality check Sonic song. This is the Sonic song that makes you like realize that wait, no, nothing matters in life.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go as far to say that Can You Feel the Sunshine turns people to fucking nihilism, bro. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, you know,
bad,
what I'm saying is this is the moment you realise that this game is a complete and utter joke.
Well, yeah, but that's because it's Sonic R. It's the racing game with the magnets in the walls. I think you'd realise that by playing it.
Well, no, I'm saying that, like, if you switch the game on for the first time, you hear that intro, you're like, oh, yeah, okay. You pick your first stage, you hear the intro fanfare, and then you start hearing this song and you're like, wait a minute.
No, that's the thing. You start hearing this song and you're like, oh, okay. It's got some light, fun energy. It's the first stage. It's the Green Hill analog.
Yeah.
And then usually, by the time you get to that S-bend, where you slam into both of the walls, is the point where you go, ow.
And the sun is shining on you.
I've picked the wrong Sega Saturn game to play today. Oh, yeah. Oh dear, I should have picked Nights into Dreams.
Nights into Dreams.
So, where are you putting the song, though?
Yeah, it's...
The game's quality aside, Can You Feel the Sunshine, I think, is...
It's not a bad song.
That's the thing. It's a fun song.
There are very few songs on this tier list that I, like, dislike.
Yeah, there are very few contenders.
The bottom tiers are going to be quite barren.
There are very few legitimate contenders here for Dumb Stinky Doo-Doo Fart tier.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I should probably have said. We're ranking S to E normally, and then at the end we're going to pick one song from the top of the tier list to go into peak tier, and one from the bottom of the list to go into Dumb Stinky Doo-Doo Fart tier to decide the genuine, bona fide, 100% best and worst songs.
Yeah.
But yes,
Can You Feel the Sunshine is not going in either of those.
It's not going in either of those. I think it's a solid... I think it's maybe a low B or just a C.
Let's put it in C.
I think
I don't feel comfortable putting this in the same tier as like anything from Sonic CD.
Yeah, that's fair. Understood. Livin in the City
is a little better, I'd say.
Yeah, I like Livin in the City a good bit. I think C tier, just above works.
Yeah.
Now, Back in Time. Your thoughts first?
Yeah, Back in Time is kind of weird. It's got a very weird sort of verse. It kind of goes all over the place. The chorus is nice, but I feel overall, I'd say it's a bit worse than Can You Feel the Sunshine.
I actually like it. Like, I like the sort of chilled back atmosphere because it very... To bring the gameplay back up of Sonic R, it has quite a funny contrast with how it feels to play through Regal Ruin.
Yeah.
It's just like, back in time. Meanwhile, you're like, go around the corner, please!
It literally has the lyric, what am I doing here?
Real.
So,
real for
that's
that
exactly
one.
how you feel when you play Regal Ruin.
I think, honestly, I'd vouch for putting it above Livin in the City, honestly.
You know what? You've convinced me.
Okay. Each song gets better and better. We'll work it out. Continue the pattern.
Well, Work It Out is my favourite. I'll just say that right now. Work It Out is my favourite of the Sonic songs.
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
It is pretty good.
It's very catchy.
I feel like once we get to Diamond in the Sky, the pattern will stop.
Yeah.
But Work It Out.
I think that is good enough to get into B.
Really? Oh.
I'd put it very bottom of B. Just because of how catchy it is.
I would not disagree with you there. I would not disagree with you. I have found myself humming Work It Out every so often. You know, it's not common. It's not a common occurrence, but it's like every so often I'm like, oh yeah, Sonic R soundtrack.
Yeah, because this one doesn't like go to any weird places like the other ones. This one kind of stays in its lane, and I appreciate it for that.
Yeah. Next, Diamond in the Sky, the song for Radiant Emerald if you somehow didn't collect all of the Chaos Emeralds, even though Sonic R's a game you can 100% in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Without speedrun strats, that's just normal gameplay.
I listened to this one again recently because I was less familiar with it. I seem to remember liking it, but I can't remember much about it now except for the chorus, which once again does kind of go to some weird places.
Odd places for a Sonic on-foot racing game.
It does fit with Radiant Emerald, I'd say, though.
I'd say it does. I think, honestly, it's better than Can You Feel the Sunshine, but not quite Living in the Sea.
Yeah, let's do that.
Next up, the last song from Sonic R. You're my number one.
I gotta be honest with you.
End song.
This is a pretty good song. Like, it's putting everything aside. If you didn't know anything and you just listen to this song, it's pretty good.
I'm sensing a but incoming.
No, not really, honestly. I can handle this song.
Well, I'm not saying you can't handle it. I'm just like, you know, I'm not the biggest fan, but
yeah, that's fair enough.
It's alright. It's alright. It's definitely not going into D or E tier. It's just a matter of like where in C does it go? Because it's not working out. It's not going into B tier.
No.
It's where in C.
Because it has a very different feel from the others because it's the credits theme, right?
Well, yeah. So it does get judged on a different level to the other 5 tracks. Well, 6. The other 6 tracks.
Yeah.
I think we could be putting it just above Diamond in the Sky, or just next to it, one way or the other.
Yeah, just next to it.
Pardon me, above or below, do we think?
I'd put it above, honestly.
Fair enough. Next up, the only song in Sonic 3D Blast on Saturn exclusively.
Yeah. This one's pretty
You're
obscure.
My Hero.
Okay, right. So, most people probably know this song from Sonic Generations, where it has a vastly superior instrumental version as one of the mission themes. So yeah, this song is a vocal theme from the Saturn version of 3D Blast, and they do use the motif in the game a fair bit, which I appreciate. But it's a love song.
It's always good when people use motifs.
Yeah, I like motifs. It's a love song, and that doesn't really make sense for Sonic 3D Blast because, like, it's pretty generic. It's about somebody who has been rescued and is thankful, but it's a love song. But what you're rescuing in Sonic 3D Blast is birds. So why are birds singing a love song to Sonic?
Fucking love song from the perspective of a fucking bird, and not even like an anthropomorphic bird.
And
just
it's
a regular ass fucking bird.
Again, I don't.
Seeds and shit.
I don't hate it, but it's just out of place.
It's one of those things where it's like, is it a good song? Yeah, it's alright. Does it work in Sonic 3D Blast?
No.
No.
So for that reason, I'm thinking D.
For that, I'm thinking a high D.
Yeah, because again,
I'm
it's
thinking
not bad. It's just
Heidi,
out of place.
Because it's not bad. And there are a couple stinkers in this list. But
Yeah.
it does not fit. It just isn't. Like, I already know what I'm going to vouch for putting in some dumb stinky doo-doo fart tier.
Yeah.
And by the fact that we already spoiled which song we're going to be talking about, it's just a matter of why. But we'll get to it.
There.
We'll get to it. Now, it's time for the adventure era. 3D time, baby.
3D time.
Where the fuck did I... There it is. And you know what? Let's just get you. And let's get you. And let's get you. No. And you. And where the fuck is my boy? Where the fuck? There he is. And so let's start. It doesn't matter. Version 1. Your fault.
There have been a lot of songs that could represent Sonic in one way or another. I would say that this is still the best one.
That's an understandable opinion.
This song is just so Sonic Adventure. Like this just, I'd say even more so than Open Your Heart. This song just represents Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, Open Your Heart is great, but it doesn't matter. It is Sonic Adventures. It's the theme of Sonic Adventure. I think Open Your Heart is just really, it works better as just the theme for the final boss.
Yeah.
It works a lot better there. It doesn't matter. It's good. It's good shit. It's good shit. A tier.
Definitely.
A tier, definitely. I'm thinking at least there. We might even bump it up to S if S is like really empty.
Yeah. But I have a feeling it won't be.
I get a feeling it won't be. I get a feeling an entire game soundtrack is going up there. In fact, potentially multiple. Well, most of multiple games.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Anyway. Next. Believe in Myself, version 1.
My favourite parts of this song are when they're not singing.
That's fair.
The guitar solo
that.
towards the end is fantastic, but it's just
I like the singing. It's alright.
Yeah, but the problem with the
think
singing in quite a few Sonic songs is it's a bit aimless. It kind of feels like they're making it up as they go along, and I can even say that if it doesn't matter, but not to nearly the same extent.
I can understand that, but I like it well enough. I like the lyrics well enough. The instrumental is good shit. I'm thinking low A, maybe a high B at worst.
I'd say high B.
High B. Next, Unknown from ME version 1. Now,
the classic.
The classic. I want to say this is, and this is kind of a little spoiler for a little later in the video when we get to Sonic Adventure 2. This is the vastly superior version of Unknown from ME.
I concur.
And
this is as someone who heard the second version first.
Version 2 is okay. This is from like Sonic Adventure 2's biggest defender over here. But version 2 is okay. It's listenable.
Yeah.
But it's not. You can't be. I'm putting it up right up.
Yeah, it's right up there. It's brilliant.
Honestly,
do it.
It's
Knuckles.
a little. And Knuckles, baby. Next, My Sweet Passion. Have you listened to the lyrics of My Sweet Passion?
I don't like this song.
It's the. I'm alright with the instrumental. The instrumental,
I like the instrumental
well enough.
But the lyrics, Jesus Christ.
Jesus H. Christ.
The first verse is filled with sexual innuendos, and then from then on, it's just the most generic song ever. It's like a complete 180.
It's like...
And the problem is, it gets used in so many games, but thankfully, most of the time you just hear the instrumental. I'm fine with the instrumental, but the lyrics just...
Holy shit, she's 12, guys. Calm the fuck down. For like 10 minutes, please! Rewrite your song!
I'm thinking D.
I'm thinking D. I'm putting it below. This is the worst one so far, just because of the lyrics. Because what the ever-loving fuck? It's like verse 1 is A, full of sexual innuendos, and B, makes Amy sound legitimately deranged.
Yes.
And then everything else is like so generic, and it's like,
are you okay?
Guys.
You seem a little tense. That's
Guys.
literally one of the lyrics.
I know. It's like, guys, please, if you're gonna go full in on weird sexual innuendos and making Amy seem like a fucking insane stalker, full send, guys. Come on, like, don't give me the whiplash here of like crazy. Oh, it's a normal song now. What
the people
are you doing?
The people who wrote that song probably thought all the camera glitching panty shots were intentional.
Oh, you're not wrong. Anyway, next up, Lazy Days, Live in Paradise.
This song is hilarious.
It's so good.
This is the song that sounds like they're making it up as they go along.
It's the song that sounds like they're making it up as they go along. But in this case, for Big, that's
really fun.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Like, like, these character themes, I like the idea with a lot of these character themes that to some extent, you can imagine the character themselves having a hand in creating it.
Yeah.
With My Sweet Passion, Amy only touched the second verse onwards. The first verse was some other motherfucker. Like, who did that? Who locked that motherfucker in prison?
Yeah.
But, like, with Lazy Days Living in Paradise, Big made that whole song.
Yeah.
In this thought process, Big made this entire song.
Someone just ran through the mystic jungle, shoved a microphone in Big's face and said "sing," and Big was like,
"Sing," and he went,
"It's a lazy and sunny day."
Big went, "All right," and
I would love to imagine that's his singing voice now.
He made a good song. He made a fun song. I like it. Honestly, it's not quite. It doesn't matter. But it's up there.
Yeah.
And it's quite funny that I put it right next to Sonic Boom Ending. Because it does have that kind of just like laid back, chill out kind of energy, but two different kinds of
a bit more zany, but still chill.
It's a little bit more wacky with it. You know?
Yeah.
Next. Included A, because it feels weird to just do 5 of the main character themes and the main theme of the game. And B, there are some lyrics, there's words.
Yeah.
Theme of E102.
This song is nice. I like it very much.
It's
another song that is used to fantastic effect, particularly in the motif of the final cutscene of Gamma's story. That Unbound is a beautiful rendition of this song. And this song really does capture like the tragedy of Gamma's story.
Like when the only clear lyric you can hear in the song that you can make out the exact words are "ready to die." That's, you know.
Yeah, that's.
Honestly, I think it's a B tier.
Yeah.
I'll put it above.
Yeah, put it above that.
Myself, version 1. And now, Mason, I'll let you put your thoughts and open your heart first, just to see if we agree here. But I feel like we know where this is going.
Yeah, if Sonic Boom is not on the Mount Rushmore of Sonic songs, Open Your Heart definitely is. This is
like even if Sonic Boom is, Open Your Heart
this is
also
definitely
is. They can both be there.
Like this song is just
I don't need to ask, do I?
It's S tier. It's a Sonic classic.
It's S tier. It's a classic. You can't go wrong. Okay,
like,
I've heard some of the official soundtrack remixes. You can go wrong.
Yes.
But with the original, you can't.
Yes.
It's good. It's great. Frankly, if you're watching this video, you've watched Reading Homestuck. Don't lie to me. Okay, you might have just watched the fucking the GARM farm. Understandable. But more than likely, if you're watching this video, you've watched Reading Homestuck. There's a reason I used Open Your Heart in the beginning of Game Over. like the bit before the actual official game over animation thing.
Yeah.
But there's a reason I did that. It's so good. It's really fucking good. S tier, baby.
Oh, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this to you when we did the game ranking, but you fight an icy perfect chaos in Mario and Sonic Winter Games for Wii, and a jazzy instrumental version of this song plays while you do it. So if the Winter Games, if you got the Winter Games respect, you got the Sonic fans respect. And I'll have more to say about Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games a bit later in the list, because I have an interesting story about some of the songs.
And a story, if I'm not mistaken, you told before, but it's a good story.
Did I tell it in the tier list?
I think you did.
I feel like I've definitely told you at some point, but I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the game tier list, because that didn't really have anything to do with the games.
I know you've told me at some point. I don't remember exactly.
We'll get to it.
But yeah. And there we go. And yes, there we are. The SA2 soundtrack. Let's start. It doesn't matter. A version 2.
I would say slightly weaker than the original. It does. I like the free sort of spirit, but I personally think that the original
like it a little bit more. I like it a little bit more. It's definitely going in A tier.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because it's still fucking great. It's still fucking great.
I love the signature riff. The that goes hard.
I think honestly, I would definitely. I'm gonna argue hard for that spot. I'm gonna argue hard for that one. That is. I love it. Doesn't matter version 2. It's one of those ones. It's
very
one of
carefree.
those ones where it's super carefree. It really.
You know what?
Matches.
What you said earlier about the characters like having a hand in writing it. I feel like Sonic would write this version.
Yeah. Version 1 was the first draft. Version 2 is Sonic going, alright, I've got some free time, let's perfect this bad boy.
Yeah.
I'm bored,
You've convinced me.
Let's do this. Next. Believe in Myself version 2.
I would say that this one is better than the first.
Oh, I'd say it's a lot better. I'd actually argue for a lower A tier for it.
It's a bit slower paced, I guess technically,
it's a little slower
but
paced,
the vocals and the tune is a lot better established. And I mean, this is the version of the song that is kind of like in Team Sonic Racing. It's this version that's Tails' Team Ultimate theme.
Forwards.
And I think that was a good choice.
I think following
and I love the sitar instrument that they use.
Yeah. I think
it's
following the same thought process. Version 1 of Believe in Myself feels like a song Tails wrote before, would have had a hand in before the story of SA1.
Yeah, I believe in myself,
I
guess.
It very much feels like it's trying to keep in line with the Sonic move.
Yeah.
With the Sonic thing. Version 2, that's Tails, baby. That's Tails putting in the tune. He's putting it together. He's putting in the work. Next up, the worst character theme in the game, if you ask me.
Oof.
It's not
I'm not sure.
Look,
yeah.
Look.
But I understand. Now, I did hear this version first because I was adopted by Sonic Generations on the 3DS.
You were adopted
so
by it.
Well, it's a turn of phrase. This is where I first heard any version of this song, and it was this version. So I was like, But having heard the Sonic Adventure 1 version, this one's all right, but it's not nowhere near as good.
There's such a gap, man. There's such a gap in quality between them. Like, what happened here? I'm genuinely, I do not like it.
Oh.
Like, in comparison, like if I genuinely
in comparison,
like it, I'd put it here. But
yeah,
like, of the character themes of SA1 and 2 put together, it's definitely not the worst because again, holy shit!
Yeah.
What?
But this is.
Who wrote verse 1 of My Sweet Passion?
This is definitely This is definitely the biggest discrepancy in quality between two versions of a song that we've had so far.
Definitely.
And probably will have.
Definitely.
Well, maybe.
Next up. Okay, definitely for now.
Yes.
Definitely the biggest for now. Next up, Throw It All Away. I really like Throw It All Away.
I know you do. I don't. I don't like Throw It All Away. I love the rhythm. The song goes hard, but the lyrics I just can't deal with. I can't deal with most of the Shadows songs lyrics because you can hardly hear them for one, and they're just I just can't get along with it. I'm sorry, but that's just me.
Hey, I'm more than aware I got some bias in there. There is a significant portion of my music taste that just legitimately never left my edgy phase of the late 2000s, early 2010s. It just never happened. There is a significant portion of my music taste that never developed past that point. And that is the part of my brain that goes, yes, yes, anytime I listen to Throw It All Away. It's I'm biased. I know I'm biased. Where would you put it, independent of my opinion?
I personally would put it in D.
D?
Yeah. It goes that far. Because, I mean, I like the tune of My Sweet Passion. I just hate the lyrics.
Okay. I need you to clarify here. If it weren't for my opinion, where in D tier?
Oh, definitely above My Sweet Passion.
Thank fuck, man. I was about to legitimately
and also probably above You're My Hero. But there was a time when then if you asked me what my least favourite Sonic song was, it would be this. That time is no longer with us.
Damn, that's...
Because this was another song that was in Sonic Generations 3DS, and of all the songs, it was my least favourite.
Insane. Okay.
But I've come a few steps since then.
If I were to rank it independent of your opinion, I'd probably put it probably there. But overall, I think if we average it out, it's low B. If we average out our thoughts, it's low B.
Because as I say,
I'm not letting it go C or below.
The instrumental does go hard, and it's been used quite a few times, which is interesting to me. Shadow is the one Sonic character who they just can't seem to decide which song is his theme. Sometimes it's this, sometimes it's just like the menu theme of Shadow the Hedgehog, sometimes it's All Hail Shadow. They just can't seem to make their minds up.
Sometimes it's I Am. They don't know.
Yes.
They don't know.
Correct, like that.
Next. Now I think we both can agree on this one.
Yes, we can.
Best SA2 character thing.
Yes, S tier. He is the Eggman.
I would not put it above Open Your Heart.
No, because Open Your Heart.
A, it's Open Your Heart, and B,
yes,
we have to leave room for the other version.
Yes.
We have to leave room for the Robeatnic mix.
Oh, we're gonna have some things to talk about when we get there.
That's fair. But for now, Flying the Freedom. What do we think of Rouge de Bat's theme?
It definitely fits Rouge, but again, another one that I'm not in love with.
That's fair. It's alright. I like it.
I would say, but unlike some other character themes where I love the instrumental and hate the lyrics, I would say I'm kind of meh on both.
Yeah, that's the thing. With Sonic songs, there's three categories that I'm really gonna like over the course of this whole list. One, dumb edgy bullshit. I'm not gonna lie, dumb edgy bullshit.
Yeah, well.
I got my biases, man. I listen to Animal I have become religiously as a fucking 11-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, I have my biases. Two, stuff that's, chill. It's just got that nice, relaxed, laid-back kind of atmosphere.
Yeah. Which is surprisingly hard to come by with Sonic.
Yeah. Yeah. Three, just the shit that fucking amps you up.
Rockin'
Way
tunes.
amps you up. Yeah. And you might think, audience, if you didn't know Sonic songs very well, in which case, why are you here?
To learn.
To learn. But you might think, isn't that just everything now then? No. you will see, no. But I'd honestly... Okay, where would you put Flying the Freedom, honestly? Where would you put it?
I'd say, like, probably high C.
Yeah, I can take a high C. I can take a high C.
Because it's I can vibe with it, but it's never something I'd reach for.
It's nice. It's if you have it, it's alright, but it's not something that I'd necessarily seek out. But
and I think it's interesting.
In front of me, I'll chill. I'll vibe with it.
That again, in terms of future like character themes, like they don't use this as Rouge's theme in anything. They use the Security Hall theme for whatever reason.
Yeah, even though that's her worst stage.
Okay, are you sure?
Second worst. I
Thank
forgot
you.
about Mad Space.
I wish I could forget
about
Mad
Space often. I think... okay, let me be more accurate. I repressed Mad Space.
Yeah, okay, good for you.
Really isn't. Next, Supporting Me.
I like this one. I do like this one very much.
I like the detail that it's got just that little bit of Live and Learn.
Oh yeah.
It's that hint of Live and Learn.
And of the Mumble Fumble Shadow songs, I would say this one is the least Mumble Fumble.
Motherfucker called Supporting Me mumble rap.
I just said it was the least of that.
Okay, motherfucker called Throw It All Away mumble rap. Fuck, bro.
That's an awfully hot Shadow the Hedgehog.
Don't say that on the internet, Mason.
Well, I mean, what with the game that's coming out later this year?
I mean, I thought you were going to say the movie coming out later.
Well, I mean,
that one you could argue.
Now, Alex, tell me right now, what is the name of the Sonic game that's coming out later this year?
Okay, yes, but that's not hot for us. That's for Sonic exclusively.
All right, let's agree to disagree and put Supporting Me high on the tier list.
Yeah, it's A.
Yeah. Oh, are you putting it all the way up there?
Okay, I think. It's definitely A.
Put it next to Big. It's comfortable next to Big, right there. Okay.
Yeah. It's high. I like it. It's a good song.
Yeah, I like it too.
Next up, Live and Learn.
Yeah.
It's
I wonder where this one's gonna go.
It's up here somewhere. But
it's in S tier.
It's in S tier. But I would
another
argue,
Mount Rushmore Sonic song.
I would argue, sheerly from the overplay.
Yeah, this one does turn up a lot.
Everyone knows Live and Learn. It's everywhere. Like
it's in every spin-off.
And
It was in Japanese Sonic X. And it's gonna be in the movie.
Everywhere again after December of this year. It's gonna be everywhere again.
It's probably gonna be in the Sonic game that's coming out later this year as well. I would not be surprised if they use it somehow.
Listen.
Okay, I mean, isn't it already in base Sonic Generations?
Cut out for that entire thing, but it'll be in the audio track.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you fight Shadow in base Generations, this does play when you get the power-up thing.
Yes. There we go.
Yay, time for Sonic Heroes.
Yep.
Yeah, we are Sonic Heroes. T is for team. Oh, you've already done Team Chaotix. Yeah, F.
Yeah.
Sonic Heroes. The song Sonic Heroes.
There.
And then What I'm Made Of.
And there. Right. First up, We Can. Now, I know you've got some opinions on We Can.
I do. Now, I re-listened to We Can again recently because it is, okay, it is the weakest of the songs in the game, but...
Oh, definitely.
I still really like it, and I feel, you were saying earlier about Sonic songs that the characters write, I feel like I can easily imagine Team Sonic singing this song.
Yeah.
This is a very milquetoast Sonic song, but I feel like in that way it really embodies the like carefree side of the franchise. Not to the same extent of It Doesn't Matter version 2, but I feel like this one is pretty decent.
Yeah, Sonic just didn't have quite the same level of inspiration on that day, but like, you know, there was some help. I'd say for Weekend, I like
this is the law of diminishing returns Sonic song.
I don't think anything in Heroes is going below C tier. I don't think it's going in D or E. And
I would have put this in B, honestly.
I don't think any of them are going in C itself either. I'd say it's just below Work It Out.
Yeah.
You know, because they're both a little milquetoast, but they're alright.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. Next up, this machine. Now, of the team themes, second best.
Oh, this one's my favourite of the team themes.
And it's a very close second. It is.
Yeah.
It is millimeters. It is a photo finish second. It is a photo finish second.
There is only one thing about this song.
I'm just going to put my first place next to it as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
We all knew. It was going to be this machine, Team Chaotix, that's the two. They're going right next to each other.
You know what? Actually, no, I've just remembered. There's one thing in this machine that I don't like, and it's the chaos control part. Everything else in the song is fantastic. I love that this is now Omega's theme, because he is the machine. It is brilliant, but now I agree that is the second best.
Yes. The chaos control section, just what eats it out.
Kind of a miss.
It's kind of a little miss.
But the rest of the song is brilliant.
Let's just discuss Team Chaotix now as well, because they're going next to each other, and they're going this way round. It's just where.
Team Chaotix is Team Chaotix.
It's Team Chaotix.
It is.
How
it
can
is.
You,
in every shape and sense and way of the words. It is perfect for Team Chaotix.
Once again, I like to, in terms of character and team themes, I do like to think about it in like how well does this fit the character? Would this character make this song if given the opportunity?
And the answer to that question is yes, because Vector is literally listening to it in the cutscene.
Yeah, like it's just silly enough that you can. It's just silly enough, but just cool enough that it is absolutely spot on, perfect tonally for Team Chaotix. Like this machine, it falls back flat just a tiny bit from the chaos control segment.
It stubs its toe on the chaos control bit.
Nothing of the sort. It has nothing of the sort. So.
And it ends with a freaking gong and chant.
Oh, of course.
How can you get better than that?
How can you hate that? Oh, there's going to be a lot of ways you can get better than that, because these two are going right next to each other and they're not going at the top of the tier list.
No, but they are very high A, at the very least.
High A to S tier, and they are definitely the best team themes of Sonic Heroes.
Yeah.
And from the fact that I specified that, you can tell where what I'm made of is going.
Yeah. Okay. For that reason, we'll put both of them at the top of A tier.
I think. Yeah. I think very, very top of A tier. It's going to be hard to beat those out from the top of A tier, and it's another situation where if S is too empty, we might bump. At the very least, we might bump Team Chaotix up. Maybe both of them. But there's one more team theme to do.
Yep.
Follow Me.
I really like Follow Me.
To Follow Me. I like it as well. It's a good...
I wish that this had stuck as Amy's theme.
Yeah, as opposed to Jesus Christ.
And it is in Team Sonic Racing. It's Amy's theme in that, which I like.
Definitely.
This feels more in line with Amy.
I think.
But the problem with that is that it's just about Amy. I don't get Cream or Big from this song.
Yeah. Big was not involved in the writing process for this one. And as such, I don't think I can put it up even near the other. If it's going in A tier, it's going next to Believe in Myself too. If it's going in A tier, it's there.
I feel like this would have been better.
On the upper side of it, but it's going next to Believe in Myself.
If Amy was playable in Sonic Adventure 2, I feel like this would have worked perfectly as her character theme. But sadly, Amy got pushed to the side and had to stick with her own old theme that we don't like.
Yes, very much. I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
Next up, What I'm Made Of.
Yeah. This song is fantastic, and it's a shame.
Best. It is of the 3 final boss themes from the Dreamcast era, even though this wasn't on Dreamcast. But
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Thank you, Generations.
Thank you. But of the 3 final boss themes from that era, this is the underrated GOAT. This is the underrated GOAT.
The reason this one ranks above, particularly Live and Learn, is because it's not overplayed. You don't see this one nearly as often, and for that reason, it remains brilliant.
It is. Well, it's so good.
It never loses its shine.
Yeah. Quite appropriate that the robot is the one that never loses its shine.
Hey.
Yeah. Next. Title track. Sonic Heroes. Your thoughts, Mason?
This song's this is another Sonic song that is quite overplayed. I do like it.
Yeah.
But you hear it everywhere.
We're gonna get to one that is the biggest victim of overplay eventually, and you know what it is. We all know. Anyone who knows Sonic songs knows what I'm talking about there. We'll get to it. But Sonic Heroes is quite overplayed. I'm not the biggest fan of it on its own, but it's good. It's definitely good. But like, you know,
this may possibly be the first vocal Sonic song that I ever heard.
To me, it's definitely the second weakest. But that's just because Follow Me, What I'm Made Of, Team Chaotix, and This Machine are just that good.
Yeah.
It's just that it's not a matter of it being bad, it's a matter of it being good, but everything else being gooder.
I'd give this top of B.
I'd say maybe not top, I'm thinking just below the top. Just below Gamma.
Gamma's good.
Just below Gamma. Next, let's collect up all the Shadow the Hedgehog ones. We're actually being pretty efficient here.
Yeah, this is good. We're chugging through this. And I'm pretty sure until we get to Frontiers, this is the last game that has like a lot of songs to talk about.
Yeah, true. These are going to be out of order. But fuck it. Shadow the Hedgehog. It does not look like it.
No, it's all.
So, let's start with All Hail Shadow. Let's go with I Am.
Yeah, I see him a lot.
To start with, I think. Yeah, that's I Am.
This song is really funny.
The pump action of P5.
The pump action of
Unrelated, but the
unrelated
pump
to the
action of P5, bro. What the fuck?
This song, much in the same way that Can You Feel the Sunshine is a shotgun blast to the side of your head in terms of realization of what you're getting yourself into.
I Am is much the same, and it does it so much quicker.
Yeah.
But I
with
love
a pump action MP5.
Yeah, with a pump action MP5. I love I Am, honestly.
It is a good song.
It's definitely not my favorite.
It knows what it is.
It's by far not my favorite.
Of course.
It is, like, genuinely, most of the other tracks in Shadow the Hedgehog, I think, are better than I Am.
Mm-hmm.
But like with Sonic Heroes, it's not a case of me not liking I Am. It is a case of the non-I Am tracks, most of them, are just that good. Just that good. I think I'll put it where you were thinking of putting Heroes.
Yeah, I like it more than Sonic Heroes.
Just the top of it.
Yeah.
Just bit to the post.
Yeah.
Next, let's get this fucking thing out of the way.
Hey, what was that? What was that you said about liking dark and edgy songs?
There's such a thing as too much.
There is such a thing as too much.
There's not only such a thing as too much, there's also such a thing as Jesus H. Christ. look, when I say I like darker and edgy songs, like the 2000s edgy stuff. Compared to Almost Dead, they're subtle.
Yeah. And
most of them involve mostly screaming, and Almost Dead is not as subtle as the screaming.
No. Fun fact, this song was not originally made for Sonic, it was made for some, like, zombie movie. And then they also used it in this.
And
now, I can...
probably shit.
I'm pretty sure it is. I can enjoy Almost Dead ironically. I cannot enjoy it genuinely.
On a good day, I could enjoy it ironically. Most days...
Yeah.
It's... I think this late into the tier list, I'm giving us our first E.
Yeah, I knew this.
And
was
if
coming.
I'm not wrong, this might well be our only E.
It very well could be.
It very well could be our only E tier because oh my god,
off the top of my head, there is only one other song that I'm considering putting that low. And we won't be getting to it for quite a while.
We will see when we get there. But like, for me, if you imagine edgy stuff, the edge in an edgy song as like a little bit of chocolate or like a cake or something. Almost Dead is like buying an entire cake factory and then eating all of the products made by that factory and not being able to turn it off.
And it's dark chocolate.
No, it's pure cocoa. It's pure cocoa.
It's pure cocoa.
There's nothing else in it. It's just melted down and reconstituted cocoa bean.
Yeah. And don't worry, you'll never forget what the name of the song is after you hear it for 30 seconds.
Almost dead. It's like, jeez, we get it, guys.
Write some lines.
Please.
Yeah, not very good.
Next up, All Hail Shadow version 1.
On the entirely opposite end of the spectrum, we have one of the best Sonic songs ever made.
I have previously to you, Mason, said that I preferred the Shadow the Hedgehog version of All Hail Shadow to the 06 version. That is because I forgot which version belonged to which game.
Right.
I like the 06 version more.
Okay.
But that's not to say, this is another situation, there's a lot of these, this is another situation of, this isn't bad, it's really good, I really like it. But the 06 version is this plus more.
Yeah. I do love this version, but I will say that on the whole, in a similar vein to Sonic Boom, it is just more refined.
True. I think...
But this is still fantastic.
It's definitely A. It's definitely A. But where in A, do you think? I don't think it's quite above Chaotix in this machine.
Yeah. I'd put it right under this machine.
Alright. We're very positive today. We're very positive today.
But as we said, very few bad Sonic songs.
There are very few bad Sonic songs. And the only three that are below C tier, only 2 of them are ones we actively dislike. One of them is, yeah, it's alright, it's just really, really odd to have.
Yeah.
You know, it's just really odd to be there. Next, we have Waking Up. Now, I have a very specific history with this one.
Oh, please go ahead.
It is the first time I ever heard it was in... I'm gonna get my tricorn hat for this because the story involves piracy, so allow me to put this on top of my headphones. Editor me, put a tricorn hat on the icon. So, I was like 11. And I don't, was I 11 or was I like 10? I was around that age. I was around first decade of continued existence.
Yeah.
And I had just gotten Sonic Heroes quite recently. And I have no idea why, but my mum decided to download an AMV of the Metal Skin 2-player costumes from Heroes with this song. And put it on my iPod. And I watched that shit continuously. And I got very attached to the song. But I never knew it was in anything else. And that I thought it was just a random song. Until I played Shadow the Hedgehog and went, wait, what? And this was immediately after, goodbye, Doctor. No! Yeah. So I had a bit of emotional whiplash, but like very fun emotional whiplash.
Okay.
So that's my attachment to this song. So that's my attachment to this song. Mason, your thoughts?
Well, I don't have any attachment nearly as complex as that. I like the song.
Nearly as convoluted and stupid as that.
I do think I like how it becomes a bit more robotic as it goes along. I think that's a good design choice. I do like it very much. Again, slightly strange lyrics, but it's pretty cool. I can definitely imagine an AMV to this song, though not of 2-player mode Sonic Heroes Metal Skin.
Very strange. Very strange. I was 10. I had no idea what like quality videos were.
This is a good flavour of Chocolate Edge.
Yes, it's a very good flavour. I think it's
honestly, it's
around.
I'd put it right next to Sonic Boom Ending, honestly.
Which side? Super Sonic Racing side, or are we thinking Lazy Days side?
I'd say Lazy Days side, because I feel like they both fulfill kind of a similar role. It's hard to describe, but they do feel like they're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, I guess. I can understand.
Obviously not in terms of like genre or tone, but more in terms
tone
of
at all, but
more in terms of like feel.
Yeah, I guess. Compared to the other songs in their game.
Yeah.
Next up. Don't go there yet.
This is another very good flavour of Edge.
Yeah, the chosen one. I love this one.
I like this one a lot.
So it's like it's very edgy.
It fits with the it fits with those endings.
It's a very good flavour. Again, it's a very good flavour of Edge. Every song in Shadow the Hedgehog has some flavour of Edge. Yes, even this one.
Yes.
But all of them have some flavour of Edge. And most of them have a good flavour of Edge. One of them has pure cocoa bean. Pure reconstituted cocoa bean. But chosen one, I really like it. The endings it's in, very strange choices to do that. Particularly the one where Shadow canonically kills himself. Yep. But, you know, strange choice. Don't know why they did that, but
I do feel like this song does fit those endings very well.
I think, honestly, I'll put it here-ish.
Yeah.
Before we get to Never Turn Back, I think we may as well. We'll round out the game on the last ending theme. So, Robeatnic.
Now, this is a question. I believe we do disagree on this. I prefer the Sonic Adventure 2 version. I do still love this version, but I prefer the Sonic Adventure 2 version.
You'd be surprised. I do agree with you.
Oh,
there.
wow.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't have, I didn't want to overstuff.
Yeah.
The front.
This version is definitely very strong, but I feel like because one of them has like more lyrics in it, and this is a vocal theme tier list, I think just by sheer virtue of that, the other one is better.
I think it just goes below that.
Yeah, that's fair
Just
enough.
a little bit. It slots very nicely in the middle between E.G.G.M.A.N, the original, and Livin. It slots very nicely. Now, Never Turn Back. Mason, I'll let you go first on this one.
I like this one. I feel like it's a good way to end off the game, and I like that it's like that all the other endings aren't Crush 40, and this one is. It kind of feels like the whole having a canon ending to a game that has a branching storyline is stupid. But I feel like,
but if you're gonna do it,
this is how you do it.
This is the track to do it to. This isn't the way to do it, definitely not, because Shadow the Hedgehog, it doesn't work as a good video game. But this is the track to do that too.
I would say that in a
another personal attachment, this one a lot less weird and obscure than with Waking Up. Naso Unleashed, it's the song used right before the Chaotix fusion. The intro to this song, it's so sick.
Yes, the intro to the song is very. I like the piano arrangement of I Am at the beginning.
Yeah,
I would say that
I hear the intro to this song, and I think both Ending of Shadow the Hedgehog and Naso Unleashed. Naso Unleashed is go-to with the source. So
yeah, I would say in a vacuum.
If we did a Sonic fan media tier list,
Oh.
it would be a tough fight. It would legitimately be a tough fight. But Naso Unleashed would probably get peaked here.
Yeah.
We should do that sometime. That's another one we should add to the list.
Yeah, you'll definitely be taking a lot of the brunt of that one though. Well, there is that one thing that I've introduced you to, which we'll get back around to one day.
Anyway,
but I would say in a vacuum, this one's probably a little less good than the other songs. Still very good.
I think honestly,
it's a lot less harsh flavor of edge. It's a more subdued edge. I feel like you could reasonably hear this in a few other Sonic games.
Yeah, I like it a solid amount. I think I'm gonna put it there.
Okay.
It's good. Waking Up, if we're being honest, it's not the best, but it's good.
Still
but it's not the best. It's almost dead. And I Am. It's another one of those case. You know what? No, fuck it.
Yeah, fair enough.
We put everything from Shadow the Hedgehog except for Robeatnic Mix and that one in the same tier.
Yeah.
Next up, one of the songs is Right Ready. Let me just
Yeah.
First, A New Day.
You remember when we talked about the Silver and Blaze sitcom?
Yes.
I feel like a sort of like a slap bass swing version of this song would work very well as like the intro. That aside, I'm not the biggest fan of this song. I'm not the biggest fan of the Sonic Rush soundtrack in general.
I like it.
It doesn't do it for me. It's still nice.
Of the 3 vocal themes we've got here, I think A New Day is the weakest.
Yes, absolutely.
But like that's just because the other 2 are Vela Nova and Wrapped in Black. Those 2 are great. Those 2 are undeniably great.
Yes.
But A New Day, it's good. I think
it's still good.
I think A New Day, it's another one of those ones where it's like, I wouldn't seek A New Day out, necessarily.
Yes,
so for that, I think it has to go in C tier.
Yeah.
I'll put it just below
put it there.
Flying the Freedom. Next up, Blaze's theme, Vela Nova.
Have a nice fall, you stupid bitch. All right, Sonic!
I love that video. It's so fucking...
Yeah, that's such a great meme. This song is great. This is another one that Generations for 3DS introduced me to. Although I do have a slight, not much of a story, but I always misheard Step by Step as Sick Bastard.
That's the version of the "Have a nice fall, you stupid bitch," but it's Blaze that kicks Sonic off the Blaze breaks character in that one.
Get out of here, sick bastard.
Anyway.
Yeah, this one's very good, and I like that this has kind of taken root as Blaze's theme in Team Sonic Racing.
It's a fucking good song.
Yeah.
It's a fucking good track. Like, Vela Nova, I would 100% seek out. I think, honestly, boom.
Yeah, sure.
And the pattern continues, honestly, if you ask
And then part 2 is the faster paced instrumental, blah, 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 also very good.
Yes. We're not covering that one, it doesn't have lyrics in it. Well, we are covering that one, but we're not covering it for long. Anyway, Wrapped in Black.
Oh, ho, ho.
Honestly?
Yeah. Too black,
it's
too strong.
It's so fucking good. It's genuinely... Of the, like, Sonic final boss themes.
Yeah.
After a little while, even What I'm Made Of kind of stops amping me up as much.
Yeah.
It's still a better song, as is Open Your Heart. Live and Learn is lower for overplay, but Wrapped in Black still amps me up.
And I'd say that even more so than What I'm Made Of, this one's quite the underdog. You hardly hear it anywhere.
Yeah. It is...
I mean, those violins, man. I mean, everything about it. The choir, the violin, the like rhythm, the voice samples.
Genuinely insane. But such a beautiful, perfect kind of insane.
Yes.
It's... How'd they do it? How'd they do it? I'll tell you.
Nothing could obstruct this song from getting to us.
I'll tell you how they did it. They sampled a Malcolm X speech.
Yeah, that's wild.
Insane, but legitimately, they pulled it off so fucking well. So fucking well.
Yeah.
Next up, Sonic Riders. Starting with Sonic Speed Riders.
I'm gonna hit you with Sonic Speed. This one goes hard, but it's also quite short.
It goes hard, but it's quite short. But honestly, I think other than maybe Catch Me If You Can version 1 here, I think it's just one of the weakest vocal tracks in the Riders franchise exclusively.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a short list. There's 5 of them. But it's yet another one of those cases of just like, it's good, but its competition is Free, Un-Gravitify, and Catch Me If You Can version 2. It's not winning.
Yes.
It's not even getting on the podium. The podium is full. It's 4th place, maybe 5th, but that does not mean it's bad.
Yeah.
It is
no lower than C.
Very good.
I would say B at least.
Yeah, I'd say I'll put it here, just below Weekend. And
it honestly does feel along very similar lines as Weekend, I'd say.
Yeah, it's another one of those situations of like, it's alright. It's alright. I've listened to it every so often. It's alright. I can vibe with it. Catch Me If You Can version 1 though, it's one of those situations.
That was illegal, by the way.
Catch Me If You Can version 1, I'm gonna be putting it in C, but it's gonna be top of C.
Yes.
And the reason for that is C, to me, at this point, is very much become the tier of, I would not actively look for this, but if it was playing, I would be chill with it and happy.
This song is so goddamn comfortable in its own skin.
Yeah.
And I respect it for that.
D is the tier of, I would not look at it, I would not seek it out, but if it was playing, I would, like, allow it. E is, turn that shit off immediately.
Yeah.
But C is, I wouldn't seek it out, but if it was playing, I'd be like, yeah, alright. Yeah, I can vibe with this.
This one probably would be higher if it weren't for version 2, because version 2
would be
just
higher if it
outclasses
weren't
it in
for
every
version
one.
2, because version 2 is so good. Come on, fucking there we go.
Move it.
It's so good.
You got kicked out of
Version 2
Polycool
is-
for only knowing
we'll
2 of the
get-
Beatles.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm not gonna fucking lose my shit over this immediately. We're not there yet. We can wait. We can save it. Where's the rest of the OC? Okay, you.
Silver.
Yes, you.
I think that's it.
That's it, yes. Here's World version 1, the original. Mason? Thoughts on
I would.
OG His World?
I'd say I kind of go back and forth. It's not my favourite version of the song.
Oh, it's definitely not my favourite.
It's definitely still good though.
It is.
And I mean, if you want to talk about a song being used as a motif in a game, like look no further, it gets used like 20 times.
Like 06 is where they really started leaning
Friggin' Tomio Otani is a
on
national goddamn
motifs.
treasure.
They love that shit.
I
Holy
live
shit,
for
it
light
is.
motifs.
Like, I saw on YouTube recently. I'll put a link in the icon because it's that good. You know that song at the end of Shadow's story that uses the like this amazing like orchestral with when in the final cutscene of Shadow's story that this has just this tiny like 30-second snippet of this fucking amazing instrumental like orchestral version of All Hail Shadow. I found someone who basically took that and made an entire version of the song.
I gotta hear that.
I'm putting it in the iCard. I'm sending it to you after recording. It's so good.
I am listening
It's
the hell out of that.
so good. In the iCard, in the description. Check that shit out. It's so good. But yes, back to His World. We'll get to All Hail Shadow version 2 in a minute.
Yeah.
His World
The
version
original is still good.
good.
It just doesn't have quite the kick of the other versions.
I'll shunt these back so we can get through the main version of the song first.
Okay.
I think though, the original, it's an A.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's low A. I'll bump it up.
Okay.
I'll bump it up. It's in low-ish A, but it's A. It's really good. Next, the one that's definitely going the lowest out of the 06 soundtrack, I think. Not necessarily because it's really bad, but just because it's not. It's another situation. It's the situation again of like, yeah, it's okay. I'm not a massive My Destiny hater.
No.
I don't think it's really good. It's going in C.
The instrumentation is very nice. But the problem is I didn't hear this song.
I'm so sorry. It's another one of those. It's another in context. I do not like it. I think, but it's not so ill-fitting that I really think I can.
Yeah, this is a love song that makes sense.
It's a love
to be
song
in a
that
Sonic
makes
game.
sense.
But the biggest problem with this song,
and I don't like that it makes sense, but it makes sense.
The biggest problem with this song for me is the Snapcube Sonic 06 fan dub. Penny's Die Young.
God.
I heard that first, so I can only hear that when I hear this song.
Yeah.
So sorry, My Destiny, but
yeah.
Penny does it better.
Yeah. I think.
And she's not even
honestly,
singing the lyrics of this song.
And it's also.
You got clapped by Kesha.
You got your shit pushed in by 2008 Kesha. But I think I don't want to let my just disdain for the Elise subplot flush this song entirely down the shitter.
Correct, yes.
But it is flushing it a significant way down the shitter. So I'm putting it in low C.
Yeah, let's put it in low C.
Come on, put it there. That's where I want it. Yeah. Next. Now we get to gush about All Hail Shadow version 2. Yup! That's my thoughts. Mason?
Like I say, there are some aspects of the first version that I prefer, but on the whole, it's just brilliant.
It's S tier. It's S tier.
Yeah. I mean, the freaking moment in Sonic Forces where we hear it play is like the best moment in that entire game.
Yeah, and it's like 15 seconds long.
Yeah,
which really tells you
because
a lot
it's
about
just
Forces.
fan service.
Yeah, but in that 15 seconds, it's good fan service.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to shit fan service. Every time I think of Shadow in Forces, the only thing I can think of is him fucking sweeping back and forth through the fucking crowd.
Just gently shoulder tackle.
Bro, you have Chaos
Tell me what
Blast!
you did with him.
Use it, please!
You know, Sega actually posted on YouTube, do you think we should put Shadow in every game?
No.
And they didn't say every Sonic game, they said every game. Shadow's going to be in Yakuza 9.
Now the question is he in
It's that
9
meme of the
like
Yakuza guy slamming his fist on the table, but it's just Shadow.
It's just Shadow.
Shadow sings Bakamitai.
And he's accurate, and he's an accurate size, so he doesn't like stand up because if he was sat down, he wouldn't be able to reach the desk because he's 3 foot tall. Anyway, next up, last 06 song from the actual game. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if the remixes were in the game or not, but then we already said they're exceptions because they're that good and because there's only 2 of them.
Yeah.
But the last character theme that isn't a remix.
Yes.
Dreams of an Absolution. Mason.
Now, I like Dreams of an Absolution, but off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure there is at least one, like, CD or, like, not part of the game soundtrack version of the song that I like more than the original.
Yes, that's the thing. Dreams of an Absolution, if I'm not mistaken, has received 3 remixes by the original artist. I can't remember the name. I'll put it on screen. But it's received.
Something like that.
There was one in, I think, 2008. I know there was one in like the 20. I don't remember when any of the remixes were actually put out. But they all exist and they're all pretty good. But they're all very similar. They're all very similar.
The biggest problem with the original is that it's a bit slow for the most part. When the chorus finally does kick in, it picks up a bit, but most of the song is pretty slow.
I think I like that though, because it does.
I can appreciate it, but I'm pretty sure there is a version of the song that's a bit more upbeat.
If nothing else, it makes a lot of sense because who's the slowest character in 06?
Yeah, fair.
Okay, the slowest the slowest main character of a team in 06 because Omega.
Yeah.
They did my boy so dirty. But they did give him the ability to infinitely fly by accident.
Yeah,
so
that's
fine. They made up for it. I think Dreams of an Absolution, I really like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it above the original as well.
Yeah. I'd put it below.
But the remixes. Okay. I don't really feel strongly on its position relative to Follow Me. They're both very good. They're both very good. I like them. But the reason we put it down there is because...
Yeah.
The remixes. Mason, which one which out of the Zebrahead and the Crush 40 versions of his world, which do you think is the best?
Zebrahead, definitely. The Crush 41 I can kind of go back and forth with.
The Crush 41 is definitely, I think, the middle.
Yeah.
All great. All amazing. But the Zebrahead.
Oh, it's just too good.
It's so good. Zebrahead. I think it's S. I think actually.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just above. Just a hint above. Fuck that. Fuck it.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah. Live and learn. It's great.
I've learned.
And I'm living. But the Zebrahead of his world is so good.
Yes.
And the Crush 40 version? Where do we think we're putting the Crush 40 version, my man?
I would put it right underneath It Doesn't Matter version 1.
No, just next to Chosen One as well.
Yep, right there.
Directly vertically above.
That wasn't intentional.
We need one more S.
If only we
need
run
a
into
higher S tier. No, what we need to
to
do is we need to put an S tier somewhere up here-ish, so so that we can have them all in a big line.
His world is a line.
And to be fair,
that's what Sonic would want. Sonic would want his world to be a straight line that he can run down.
No, he wouldn't. He'd want it to be varied. That's the problem with Forces, my man. That was the whole problem.
Sorry,
that was the whole problem with Forces.
I had a Metropolitan Highway flashback.
We've discussed this, my guy. Please.
Sonic forces me to propaganda.
Sonic forces me to fucking connection. Okay. That's it for Secret Rings.
Probably.
6 there. 6 there. Perfect. First up, it's Mr. Overplay.
I already know what you're gonna say. It's
Mr. Overplay. It's Mr. Overplay.
Yeah.
7
It's
rings.
a shame. It really is a shame because 7 Rings in Hand is good, but Jesus Christ, you can't walk 2 steps in Secret Rings without hearing this song.
Every menu you open, it just starts again and again and again. So I just hear it and I go, oh, please,
it's gonna get stuck in your head no matter what you try.
Let me play the video game. This is like the Live and Learn Overplay. The thing with Live and Learn, the Live and Learn Overplay, that only shunts it down a couple spots because it's still that good.
Yeah.
And you only hear it overplayed in like fan media.
Yeah. In the context of Sonic Adventure 2 itself, it's also usually like remixes of Live and Learn,
even
like different versions.
Even in the context of like the Sonic series as a whole, you don't hear Live and Learn over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
That's real world overplay. Secret Rings is...
It's real world overplay. Secret Rings is...
Oh
Rings my god, please!
It even managed to invade Black Knights, I'm pretty sure.
So, it gets shunted down so much.
Yeah.
By so much overplay, because it's like, by the time you get to the points in the game where 7 Rings in Hand is going to be like impactful and you're going to be like, yeah, the song! You've already heard it 500 billion times from the menus.
The real nail in the coffin is when it plays in the final boss and you're like, you couldn't have made like a different song.
Like any other song or like a different menu song, because if it was just title screen, final boss.
Like imagine if I Am played in literally every menu of Shadow the Hedgehog. Would you care when you heard it in the final boss?
And restarted every time you changed the menu. So the moment so it's not even a matter of like you hear the entire song a good few times as you're playing the game. It's you hear the first 8 seconds of the song again and again and again. You hear
what
it
if
like
you
8
wanted to go
times.
to heaven, but Secret Ring said, "Make believe's reborn."
8 times in a row to get to the next level of the game, please. If it was just main menu, final boss, it would be like here. It's genuinely great. But the overplay,
wrong one.
The overplay just shits on it so hard.
Yeah.
It's so rough. It's so rough. Next up, I ordered these weirdly, but next up is It Has Come to This.
The penultimate boss theme of the game. Now, yes, we're not including the stage themes, which makes me sad, but we are including the boss themes.
We will go over only vocal stage themes eventually.
The funny thing is that the 4 bosses you fight in the game are in World 2, World 6, and then you go back to World 4, and then World 8.
Odd order of events, but you know,
yes.
It be like that sometimes. And we're making it even more odd by starting with the World 8 one.
Yes.
So, Mason, your thoughts on It Has Come to This?
This song goes very hard. It is a deadly song, and I like it.
It goes insane hard. Like even if 7 Rings in Hand weren't overplayed, I'd still be ranking It Has Come to This higher.
Yeah.
It is It is
Like-
so good.
No one cares about Eraser-Jin as a character, but when you hear this song, you actually start to feel like, oh, this guy's kind of a badass.
Yeah, you legitimately go, oh.
You like sit up in your seat.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Eraser-Jin with 7 Rings in Hand playing, you're leaning back. So Eraser-Jin with Ears Come to This playing, gamer lean. You do the gamer lean.
Yeah,
Because you know
it's
you just go, oh, I gotta take this actually serious.
It's like the musical equivalent of Black Doom, where the penultimate boss fight is better than the final boss fight.
Real. So I think we'll put it up here, where 7 Rings in Hand would have gone if it weren't for the overplay.
Yeah.
If it weren't for the overplay, it would be that, but it's not.
Yeah.
Rip to 7 Rings in Hand.
Yep.
Next up, I think this is the one for Poison Spear.
Poison Spear is my favourite. I've sung the praises of this song before. It's just great.
Poison Spear. It's... Okay, are we thinking above Chaotix, or are we thinking up into S?
Ooh, I don't think I can put it in S in good faith, but I would say it's definitely very high A.
Peak of A. The very
if you haven't listened to Poison Spear, this is the first boss in the game. You can beat the boss in like 30 seconds, I'm pretty sure. But this song, it's like the Generations Big Arm remix, really.
It's one of those things where it's just so
That guitar.
but in a good way. It's like
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, baby. Yeah, it's the kind of song where you magically transmogrify into Macho Man Randy Savage when you're listening to it. Apparently, according to what I just did.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's what Poison Spear. Guess.
Not many, if any, can stand the heat.
I fucking guess. Next, how it started.
The World 4 boss theme that you fight after the World 6 boss.
Yes. But I put it in that order because fuck you. Well,
Why not?
That's why. fuck your boss order. I did boss 8. I did the final boss, then boss 8, then 2, then 1, then 2, then 3. Even though you 1, 3, 2.
Numbers.
Numbers. Fun with numbers.
How it started is very good. It has quite a unique vibe amongst the pantheon of Sonic songs.
Definitely. But it's a fucking good vibe.
Yeah.
I do like
this
putting
one.
it above It Has Come to This though.
Yeah, no, it's not on the same level as the other two, but it's still very good.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna go. I think here.
Yeah, that sounds
Just
good.
there. Our 8 here is 3 lines long.
Yeah, there you go. That's Sonic music.
It's almost like we really like Sonic the Hedgehog music. It's
Yeah,
almost like Sonic music is mostly good.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah.
On it.
Now we have Blue on the Run. Yeah.
Mostly. Anyway, Blue on the Run.
I would say that of the boss themes, this is probably the weakest, but it's still very good.
Still very good. I think
it's got a good action feel, and it's got a very interesting vibe.
I think it's a high B tier. Like,
yeah, I'd say high B.
Yeah, it's the weakest of the boss themes, but it's
still very good.
It's better than post overplay 7 Rings in Hand.
Yes.
Next, now, something to say about Worth a Chance, and My Destiny to a certain extent. I've noticed after 06, almost every single game has to have the emotional piano song. There's always the one.
Well, you see, the thing about Worth a Chance is it's not an emotional piano song, it's an emotional guitar song.
True. Well, the emotional song.
Yeah.
The This Is Where You Feel Things song. And only 2 of them work, in my books, for doing that. For their purpose. And Worth a Chance is not one of them.
That's fair. This
And
one's very...
One of the two that do work had something very, very strong playing in its favour, and we'll get to that.
Yeah. Now, Worth a Chance is very special to me. I'm not sure why. There was just a period in my life where I just listened to this song all the time, and it really hit me at that point. I really couldn't tell you why. I have no idea, but I do like this one a lot.
Yeah.
It is kind of another song that's a bit out of place. There is technically a love story at play in Secret Rings, but it's kind of not what this song is about. It's kind of it's kind of weird, but it's not to the same level as something like You're My Hero. I'd say that this song does stand alone very well.
I would definitely say, I wouldn't say it's an A tier.
No,
but I wouldn't say it's necessarily a C tier either.
Yeah, because I do reach for this song on occasion.
Where do we think it is in Beaver?
Can we put it in between E.G.G.M.A.N and Sonic Speed Riders?
We most certainly can, my friend. Next up, conveniently, it's already right here. A new adventure. I think
this song slaps.
It slaps so hard. It's definitely better than A New Day.
You want to know how hard this song slaps?
How hard does it slap?
Once again, going back to Mario and Sonic Olympic Winter Games, you get to fight a giant Goomba to this song, and it works so well as a boss theme.
You know, I never thought about it like that, but I can imagine.
You literally attack it on the offbeat, and it works so well.
Yeah, that works.
But this song is also another one that's kind of everywhere in like spin-off media, and I feel like this, of all of the like jolly vibed Sonic songs, this one's probably one of the best.
Definitely, yeah.
This has such a good feel to it.
It's one of those ones where it gets overplayed to a certain extent, but it doesn't tire through that overplay very much. It's kind of like Live and Learn in that respect. Just it never started at the same height because, well, this is a new venture and that's Live and Learn. So
yeah, but Sonic Rush Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 are on a bit of a different level.
Yeah, they're on different levels, but both good. I think, especially soundtrack-wise, I think A New Venture is definitely an A tier.
Yeah.
Where? I think it's lower than Vela Nova to me.
Yeah.
It's lower than Vela Nova. Is it higher or lower than Supersonic Racing? I think it's higher. I think.
Yeah, I'd say higher.
I'm gonna put it here.
Put it there.
Put it right there. Next, where the fuck is? There we are. Sonic Rivals 2's Race to Win.
I love this song.
I like it.
But again, it is very short.
For a while. I legitimately forgot it was existed until I checked the wiki page for Sonic vocal tracks and went, oh yeah.
This one was also in Generations. This one was also in Generations 3DS, so I knew this one. I love this one. This one goes hard.
It's pretty alright. I'm not.
It definitely does better what Sonic Speed Riders was trying to do.
Oh yeah, definitely. It definitely goes above Sonic Speed Riders.
Of all the like milquetoast Sonic songs, I'd say this one's probably the best.
I think, yeah. But for its milquetoastness, I think it goes just below.
Yeah, that looks about right to me.
Just below. Next, let's fucking.
Time for a better Sonic racing game.
Time for. Well, they're definitely going above the rest of the original Riders soundtrack.
Absolutely.
They're both going in A minimum.
At the very least.
Honestly, if it weren't for the fact that our S tier would probably be 2 lines long if we did. Nah, fuck it. It's gonna be 2 lines long anyway. Fuck it.
Put them in S.
Fuck it. We're putting them in S, but we'll put them there for just a second. Whoops.
Oh no, not careful, Jet.
Careful, Jet. Cool, your Jets. But where?
You haven't reached your full potential yet.
But where in S?
Now, Un-Gravitify is very good. It does have some very strange lyrics.
Yeah.
But the the vibe
But
of this song is just powerful.
It goes so hard. It's
astonishing.
It goes so hard. The guitar riffs, bro.
I would put
riffs.
I'd put Un-Gravitify between Zebrahead and Live and Learn.
Certainly. And Catch Me If You Can.
As for Catch Me If You Can, oh my god, this song just
Catch Me If You Can.
So good.
It is running it back to the thing we haven't referenced in a while. Catch Me If You Can version 2 feels like Jet made it.
Yeah.
Version
like
1,
if you version 1 is like if you
situation of like version 1 like with
version
like
1
with
is if you
fucking...
stopped Jet on the side of the street. Version 2 is if Jet invited you to his office.
Yeah. Version 1 is if Jet was busking. Version 2 is if Jet was in a fucking professional recording studio with any resources he requested.
Yes.
Genuinely. I'm building the suspense here because...
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
It's so fucking good.
It is so good.
It's so fucking good. 3 is not getting into S tier. It's great. 3 is great.
I like 3.
But
do you want to just
so
rank 3 now?
Let's just skip to 3.
3, I do like 3 a lot. 3 is definitely going in 8.
It. It's definitely an A tier. It's very good. But holy shit, is it not Un-Gravitify and Catch Me If You Can version 2. It's different league, bro. Different league. But
I'm immediately thinking for 3 between It Doesn't Matter and Crush 40, His World.
I think that works. I think that's a very good place for it.
It's one that really grows on you.
Yes.
You hear it for the first time and you're like, yeah, whatever. But after a while, this one gets to you.
Indeed. Next up. Endless Possibility. Mason?
Yeah, that's S tier. Endless Possibility is brilliant.
It's so good, but where? But where is it?
I
think it's above Live and Learn, honestly.
Yes, definitely.
Even without overplay, I think it would be above Live and Learn. This is the tough one. I don't think it goes above Wrapped in Black necessarily.
Put it right there.
Quite there. I think that's a good place for it.
This song is
Endless
fantastic.
Possibility is so fucking good. It's yet another one where it's like, yeah, Sonic like this. Sonic just keeps making bangers.
Yeah.
Not the franchise. The franchise does, but not the franchise. The character in this sort of metaphor of like how much it sounds like the song was made by the character it's made for. Sonic just keeps throwing out banger after banger after banger.
It's brilliant.
It's so good. Now, the token sad song of the token emotional song of the game.
Yeah. This one's another one that sounds like they're kind of making it up as they go along.
Yeah.
I don't hate Dear My Friend. I feel like it works very well, but I feel like it's just a little bit too intimate.
Yeah, it's odd. It's an odd choice.
Yeah.
Like, I like it. I think it is not the other. Well, no, it's not the other one. It's not the other one. It's the one that got closest to being the third one.
Yeah.
It's the one that, to me, got the closest to being the third one. But it's like, it's just not there. It's just
it definitely
not
feels like
there.
It definitely feels like they had the instrumental and then they tried to make lyrics to it.
Yeah. Definitely. I think it's a B tier.
Yeah.
And I think it's lower. I think it's actually bottom of B.
put it there. Sorry, Chip.
Sorry, Chip. Sorry, my guy. But
at least you're not at the bottom of the tier list, part of the earth that we tread.
Okay, let's put
Oh, here we go.
The goated.
Here we heckin' go.
He is so... Where is it? There's the fifth one. There's a fifth one. No, there it is. Right. And it's that way. To start, Black Knight, Night of the Wind. Mason?
Well, I have my story. Let's go once again back to Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games for the DS.
It's always to the Olympics. We've got always the Olympics.
We've got our Sonic
like
medley.
You're a Mario fan, innit?
Yeah, something like that. We've got our Sonic medley. Begins with Endless Possibility, very nice. Ends with Sonic Heroes, pretty natural. But middle song, never heard it before. Pretty funky. I like it. I like the sound of it, but I have no idea what it is. So whatever. I forget about it. Years later, I'm on YouTube listening to Sonic songs. I see a little thumbnail for a song called Night of the Wind. I read the lyrics. That sounds interesting, but I don't listen to it because, you know, whatever. Many moons later, we come back to Sonic Generations for 3DS, which features 100 missions. And for each mission, you get either a song or a piece of concept art or something like that. The very last mission I complete unlocks the song Night of the Wind. Oh, it's that song that I didn't listen to. Wonder how it goes. Well, it all comes full circle. So, for quite a while, Night of the Wind was my favourite Sonic song. It is not anymore, but for quite a while it was. And it is a very good song.
At the very least, I think I know where your favourite song is.
Yeah.
But it's which isn't. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Night of the Wind. It's
very
one
good.
of those ones where it's another one where I don't. Okay, I'm gonna be completely real with you. If I allowed myself to, I would be putting all 5 Black Knight tracks in S tier.
You know what? That's absolutely valid.
But I want to kind of... I don't want S tier to... I don't want the list to be as top heavy as possible.
We need degrees of separation.
So top heavy. And I want to at least separate that top heaviness a little bit. So I think...
Okay.
And if I'm honest, with the rest of these songs, Night of the Wind, it's the second... How do I put this in the best way to emphasize that all 5 of these tracks are amazing? If you couldn't tell, the second one of the 2 emotional songs, one of the 2 token emotional songs that actually did cause an emotion.
Yes.
That was intended is Live Life, because Live Life, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. But of these 5 tracks from Black Knight, the 2 that I think are not quite as good as the rest, to me, are Night of the Wind and Through the Fire. Again,
right.
All amazing.
Yes.
All so fucking good. But Fight the Night with Me and Live Life are just a little bit on another level. So I think Night of the Wind, I'm going to put it just below. If I can get in the spot.
Yeah.
Just below this machine.
That sounds about right.
Through the Fire, the main boss theme from the game.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Now, the thing about Through the Fire and Fight the Night is they feel like 2 halves of the same song. They have basically the same, like, BPM, they have the same, like, key. It feels like they were once one song that kind of got split in 2. But what I would imagine is that it would go Fight the Night, Through the Fire, then Fight the Night. Like a sandwich. That's how I imagine the song would go.
Sort of like Fight the Night is like a verse in the middle.
Yes.
Or like something like that.
Because Through the Fire feels like the middle of a song. Still very good.
Hence why I think it is, of the 5 tracks in Black Knight, the weakest.
Yeah.
Because the 4 others have like a concrete, this is the start of the track, this is the end of the track. Through the Fire feels like it's just the middle. And it's great. It's a great middle.
Yeah, still very good.
But it is just the middle.
Yeah.
So I think Through the Fire, I'm going to be putting... I'm finally going to separate Sonic and Knuckles on the list here.
Yeah.
I think Through the Fire, just there.
Yeah.
Next, onto the very, very, very strong S-tier contenders. Fight the Night. Mason?
This song goes hard.
It goes so hard.
It goes very hard.
It goes incredibly hard.
I don't know if I'd put it in S tier, but it's definitely teetering.
Hence contender. I think it definitely goes harder than fucking, what's it called? Fucking Ears Come to This. It goes harder than that. It definitely is. It goes harder than that. I think I'll put it above Chaotix.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm not going to hear a word against with
Oh,
me.
you're not, because I'm not going to say a word against.
I didn't say you were. Comments. If any of legitimately, I've never deleted a comment before. If any of you insult with me, you're getting it. It's gone. I'm Thanos snapping you into oblivion. Don't challenge me. With me,
and I think I like this version more than the Crush 40 version.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The original version of With Me is so fucking amazing.
And it's sung by female, which nice. We like.
So, did you just say sung by a female?
I mean, I guess I did.
Have you ever heard of the word woman, Mason?
Female.
Alright, anyway, I'm going to be putting... I think With Me... Do I do this? I'm doing it.
Whoa!
It's the best one so far.
Alright then.
It's the best one so far.
Great job, female.
As I was saying, it goes incredibly hard.
With just the slightest hint of sarcasm that I didn't intend. Great job, female.
So
it really does.
Maybe
it's
don't
brilliant.
say female then. Maybe don't just call the voice. Maybe don't. Call
Okay, how about this?
Female.
The song is very good.
Yes. But yeah, it goes so incredibly hard. It goes unbelievable.
You may have a hint of bias towards Excalibur Sonic, but this song does go incredibly hard.
Yeah, but that's because Excalibur Sonic is fucking rad, alright? We'll get to the transformations in another tier list. That's for another day, alright?
That's going to be a mystery as to what's going to be towards the top of that list.
Look, there's a lot of contenders for that. There's a lot of contenders. We're going to have to grade that one on a fucking curve. Because there are so few transformations I can think of going in in fucking E tier.
Yeah.
Like, if we don't grade on a curve, our fucking dumb stinky doo-doo fart tier is gonna go from, like, B to dumb stinky doo-doo fart. If we don't grade on a curve.
Let me just look at our tier list right now.
Yes, but, like, we have an E tier. With the transformations one, I genuinely cannot off the top of my head think of an E tier.
Well, we'll get to that some other day, but With Me is very good.
Finally, Live Life. Again.
Beautiful song.
It's so fucking good. Genuinely, it's the only token emotional song that I think truly, like, feels like, not just is from the perspective of X character, because all of them are from the perspective of X character. With the exception of one, if you really want to stretch the definition of token emotional song. But it's the only one that follows that same process, that same thought process as a lot of the character themes do, where it feels like the character wrote this.
Yeah.
Like, you know, where it has that same feel of the song is in character, not just from the perspective of character.
Yeah.
It's legit. It's so fucking good.
And if I may get a touch poetic for a moment, I think it's very nice that we begin the era of 2000 Sonic by living and learning, and we end the 2000 era of Sonic by living life.
Poetic indeed. I'm gonna be putting it. You know what? Let's complete the poetry. Let me complete the poetry, motherfucker!
Taylor's like, no,
anyway.
put live and learn higher!
No poetry, no! Anyway. Next game would have been Free Riders, but we did that one already. Next.
Yep.
Colours. The OG. First, Reach for the Stars.
Reach for the Stars feels like a breath of fresh air. No matter how you feel about the Sonic franchise, it's just nice.
Reach for the Stars. It's a fun one. It's one of the. It's just like. Yeah, it's fun.
Painful as the meta era of Sonic is, this is a good song to represent it.
Okay, no, it's not a good song to represent.
Well, it lulls you into a false sense of security.
It lulls you into a false sense of security about what the meta era is going to be like.
Yeah.
And then you get to the copyright law line, with baldy nose hair, and so on and so forth. Tails getting mind controlled for 10 seconds, which I think happens in, which is a trope.
Also happens in Lost World.
Also happens in Lost World. They love faking out Tails' betrayals. Tails.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm gonna cut that. Cut. Anyway, Reach for the Stars. It's A tier, but where? It's not S tier, but where in it?
No, it's not S tier.
Definitely high. I think definitely high.
Yeah, it's good.
But
like it's kind of a.
What between?
It's like the best version of Milk Toast.
Yeah, it is.
I'd put it above. I'm thinking like between Free and Crush 40.
Yeah, I think being next to Free, because Free also does that. Free also is that just perfect. Like it's not a standout like holy shit, this is an amazing song, but it's still it's the absolute pinnacle of yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
Without going, oh holy shit, yo! And that doesn't mean that anything below it doesn't also have oh holy shit, yo bits, because I mean they're right above Crush 40's his world. But it's a matter of just like the overall quality.
Yeah.
Of like, you know. It's just like, yeah. It's a nice, general, smooth. Yeah. Kind of deal, you know?
Yeah.
Speak with your heart.
I like the song.
I like it. It's alright.
It's a bit weird, but I like it.
The fucking, I don't know the name of the fucking instrument, but you tube in mouth and you...
Oh, the talk box?
That's the fucker. Yeah, that kind of effect on the vocals. It's nice.
It makes the song feel unique.
It makes it feel unique, but not like.
And in the grand scheme of things,
but not almost dead unique.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, of the more emotional side of songs, this one does fit quite well with the game because I mean the subplot of Tails trying to communicate with the Wisps does kind of come to a head in this song. Speak with your heart.
Hence why I say it's kind of like the stretch of the token emotional song, because to a certain extent the token emotional song by definition will not be remotely similar to any of the other songs in the game.
Yeah.
Like the token emotional song will just be a completely different thing, usually a piano ballad.
Yes.
But this, I think, is the only one where it's like, yeah, this fits in Sonic Colors. This is a Sonic Colors song. Where you would hear it out of context and you'd go, yeah, this feels like it goes in a Sonic game. If you heard fucking, like, Worth a Chance out of context, you'd go, yeah, this is a song.
Yeah. I completely agree.
But I think for that, it's, I think, low A.
Yeah.
It's not quite up to Reach for the Stars, but it's...
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good fucking... That's a solid placement. Now, a couple remixes.
Yeah.
The Generations remix. You know what? We're nearly at the end here. So I'm just going to quickly put all of these in order. And they're in order. Chronologically. Okay. So, Open Your Heart Generations mix.
I appreciate this version. I don't think I prefer it to the original, but I like the kind of sort of distant, sort of echoey, muffled, desolate feeling of it.
There's sort of like almost glitchy bits in it.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, in concept, amazing. In execution, still good, just not like, you know.
It definitely fits with like the visual vibe of the fight.
Definitely. It's an A tier. It's an A tier for me.
Yeah.
But where in A?
I'd say sort of mid to low A.
Yeah, I'm thinking putting it next to original Biolizard and Lazy Days.
Yeah, sure.
I think that makes. Speaking
but
of
now we have
Biolizard,
remix Biolizard.
Appropriately, Biolizard remix.
I'd say quite a bit better. Just for it's got much better clarity, and the live and learn refrain is a lot clearer, which we like a lot. We like that very much.
Oh yes, I think honestly, I'll put it just above Green Fire.
Yep.
Just above.
We're probably going to get another version of Supporting Me in the Sonic game coming out later this year. I doubt they'll just reuse the original Generations version, because I feel the tone of the fight will be quite different.
Probably.
And now Sonic won't be able to Valor Steal. Because he's
yeah, I remember when I beat the Biolizard.
Yeah, I beat him before.
You didn't, Sonic. You were 500.
Asshole.
You were fucking 50 meters away on a fucking temple. You watched it happen.
Yeah, you literally watched it happen. You could have
just stood. You were stood there. You were just stood there. Anyway, speaking of just standing there, Sonic Forces. Fist bump.
Fist bump is nice. I particularly like fist bump when it's used after you escape from cyberspace, or null space rather.
Yeah, cyberspace is the other one.
Cyberspace is the good game.
Yeah, the good game with an F in the beginning of its second word.
Yeah.
That I keep getting confused because the name sounds
Sonic Francis.
Sonic Francis. But yes, fist bump. I think honestly, genuinely, I'd put it in a high B.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not an. We keep packing. We have
put it at the top of B.
So full. It's
it is
top
good.
B tier. It's good. It's good, but it's not something I seek out.
And it still is a little sort of milky toasty.
Yes, and Milk Toast already peaked with 3 and Reach for the Stars.
Yeah, it's nowhere near 3.
Yes, and now I know I just said we crammed A tier full.
We've got to put Infinite in A, dude.
I can't.
It's too funny.
It's too funny, and to me it has just the right mix, right mix of edge, right mix of edge to be both hilarious and also genuinely good. Like,
take yourself back to 2017. It was not Jump Up Superstar versus Fist Bump. It was Jump Up Superstar versus Infinite.
It really was. And legitimately, if Infinite weren't such a shit character, such an absolute dog shit, poorly written, I'm evil because Shadow the Hedgehog said something mean to me. If it
So I'm
weren't
gonna take
for
my
that,
revenge on Sonic. I am
For
not
some
weak.
reason.
I am not
I'm
weak.
not weak. Proceeds to fucking disappear because Sonic said something
Yeah,
mean to
like
him.
seriously, he just
Infinite
vanishes.
is always defeated by just somebody saying something mean to him. He's so shit. Anyway, all that aside,
It's still a good song.
if it weren't for that, I would have no shame in doing this, but just because of Infinite's character, I have some level of shame in doing it, but I'll do it anyway.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
Nope. There.
Okay.
Just next, the worst token emotional song.
Yeah. This
Hands
one has a
down,
nice
no
nice
question.
chorus, but the beat and the like sort of techno sounds don't do it for me. But I do like the chorus and I like the ending.
But we think about these in context often. A lot of these we have some contextual thought processes for.
Yeah.
Even with My Destiny, I hear it and emotionally I am at none. I'm like, yeah, this is a song. With The Light of Hope, I feel the exact opposite emotion to what I am supposed to be feeling by the song.
Yeah.
The
If Sonic
song
Forces was a
very
good game, this
clearly-
song would probably make me cry.
The song very clearly wants me to think, oh no, classic Sonic's gone. What I actually feel is, oh thank fuck, classic Sonic's gone. Holy shit, thank you Lord. And for that,
Oh,
D.
okay.
For that, D. Just because it fails so miserably at what it wants to do.
Yeah.
So miserably.
And he's not gone. He literally, Sonic Mania Adventures, he shows right back up in the exact same pose. He's fine.
I mean, well, no, it's more like, oh no,
Well,
Classic Sonic's gone from the main timeline. We won't get to
He
play
never
as him
should have
again.
been in the main timeline.
He shouldn't have been there at all. You're that Sonic from another dimension, aren't you? Shut the fuck up.
No!
No, he isn't. He literally is not. Shut up. What do you mean another dimension? What do you mean? What do you mean? Anyway, before we go on another fucking Sonic Forces rant, let's go on to another shit game.
Yeah,
Sonic Colors
Yahoo.
Ultimate.
Yippee.
So, what do we think about
Okay.
the worst remixes of Reach for the Stars and Speak with Your Heart? What do we think about the worst remixes?
Okay, the Reach for the Stars remix it's okay. I like the piano and like additional instrument bits. It's not better than the original because I don't
I
like
said worst, not shit.
yeah. I don't like the like
both of them.
glitchy like the thing that they do with the vocals. I don't like that. But the rest of
Well,
the
it's a
song
perfect
is
representation of the game, isn't it?
nice. Well, yeah.
It works really well for the game.
So
If we were
I
ranking
wouldn't-
them on how well the tracks work for the... Well, let's be honest, if we were ranking them based on how well the music fits the game, the 06 soundtrack would all be in F tier, in fucking
Yeah.
dumb stinky doo-doo fart tier, for being so fucking ludicrously good, despite Sonic 06 being a game that should not have released.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it too far below the original, but at the same time I don't really feel comfortable putting it in A.
I think it's a just below.
Yeah, put it there.
Just
Because the
below
piano
just
is
below.
very nice. Speak with your heart, on the other hand, hurts my ears.
Mm-hmm.
The auto-tune is irritating. The like out of tune shit is awful. And the beginning puts me to sleep, and then I get rudely awakened by the rest of the song.
And it also, to a certain extent, sounds like they tried to bass boost the entire fucking thing a little bit.
Yeah.
And it just made it bad.
Don't like it.
Do we have another E tier?
We have a second E tier.
Damn.
That means the E tier won't be empty at the end of this tier list.
I'm not putting it below Almost Dead, though.
No, that's a foregone conclusion.
I'm not putting it below Almost Dead. And now a good game! Hooray!
Oh, here we go.
Now, Mason, let us start with our, I think some of our strongest contenders for peak tier.
Yeah, you remember when I said Night of the Wind used to be my favourite Sonic song? Yeah, this entire game rocked up.
Yes, the whole game soundtrack showed up, but the question is, which will be the winner? We'll find out soon. But first, where are we putting all of the songs?
Well, we're definitely putting all of the Titan themes in S tier.
Okay.
We're putting Unbeatable in S, or rather Undefeatable.
Undefeatable.
We're putting Breakthrough It All.
All four of these, and
all four of those. We'll wait on that.
We'll save these. These four to start with. But where? Let's discuss them one by one.
These are phenomenal. Undefeatable is like coming back to life.
Yeah, because after Forces, where the most hype song is something you hear in one of the most boring boss fights in the game, and that's about it.
Although, to Infinite's credit, I forgot to mention, it's the first time since like Sonic Adventure 2 that we hear a vocal theme with vocal lyrics play in the background of a cutscene while characters are speaking.
That's true.
Which is nice.
That is true.
But that's besides the point. That's just something I forgot to mention.
That's just a side point. But when the best song, the best original song, the last time we heard a song that actually is a contender for S tier, was out of this series, was fucking the Black Knight soundtrack.
Yeah.
Which was 2009.
Yeah.
This is 2021, I think. I forget the exact release date.
2022.
So, oh yeah, because it was a year late to the anniversary. So.
Yeah, Sonic Colors Ultimate was the anniversary game.
13 years of dead. And then fucking Undefeatable starts playing, and I'm just imagining just like fucking Sonic fan in the coffin, just like fucking arms crossed, and then just like Undefeatable starts playing, and their eyes just fucking snap open, and they lurch up like a fucking vampire.
As a wise man once said, if Sonic Frontiers came out when I was a kid, I would have made the Giganto boss fight my entire personality.
Yeah, until you beat it. And then you'd make the Wyvern boss fight your entire personality.
Yeah, because
then you'd make the Knight boss fight your entire personality.
Yeah.
And then Supreme would happen. Like, I love I'm here, but I'm sorry, it's not it's not Undefeatable, it's not Breakthrough It All, it's not Find Your Flame, it's just not getting the top spot.
But it is still
that one is not
very
going
good.
in peak. It's going in S, but it's just not, it cannot be peak.
They are all here. What makes you so special?
Real. So, Undefeatable though. We
Undefeatable
rank
is
these relative
fantastic,
to each other and everything else in S tier. So
can we put Undefeatable? Can Undefeatable split up the Eggman?
Oh, we're dividing the Eggman. This makes sense. Yes, I think that works.
Yeah.
As a placement. Breakthrough It All. Honestly,
Breakthrough It All is my favourite.
It's. I think Find Your Flame is my personal favourite.
That's fair.
100%.
I had If We Don't Come Down, We'll Be Lost in the Wind as my mood message for like a year.
Real. It's so good.
It's brilliant. I'd like to put it right underneath Catch Me If You Can remix.
Just above.
Just there.
Understandable.
And you can put Find Your Flame right next to it, either side.
That is fair.
Fine by me. Find Your Flame is just infinite but better.
Yeah. And also the end bit. The end bit, so fucking just like
beautiful.
Like it carries that energy of holy I did it.
Yeah, and you get the anime sword slice.
Yeah, true. Sonic the Hedgehog with a sword again. Amazing. The callback. The freedom.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm here.
Still very good.
It's great. It's great. But when we've just talked about Undefeatable, Breakthrough It All, and Find Your Flame,
not as good as the boss theme.
It's not as good as the boss theme.
But still very strong.
Above or below Zebrahead?
Oh, you were going to put it that high. I'd say below Zebrahead. Put it right there.
Yeah. I think it's still great. It's
Still very good. Fantastic
so
song.
good. But as a boss fight, it's just not quite the same.
Yeah.
And now the final 5.
Here we go.
First, Dear Father. This was the second one. Spoiler alert, the advantage that this song had was Sage was presumed fucking dead. So
Yeah. We actually thought Sage was dead.
Yeah.
Now,
And it wasn't
the one
quite an ass pull, and it wasn't like the biggest ass pull to bring her back, because it's like, yeah, she's an AI.
Yeah.
Of course there's like a backup.
Now the problem with Dear Father for me is I can't not think of the cutscene where she like turns good and it has like the baby singing it version.
Oh yeah.
It almost works, but it's right there in the uncanny valley.
You were this close, guys, please.
Yeah, we were on the verge of greatness. We were this close.
I think
still very nice.
It's
but
still very nice. And
I can't in good conscience put it in S tier.
I'm gonna have to.
I'm not
give
even sure about A tier,
a
honestly.
4th fucking line, I think.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be kind of low. I think it's gonna be. It's gonna be.
Yeah, put it there.
Just
Honestly,
below. It's gonna be
she's right there in the
just
bottom
below
corner.
Speak With Your Heart. Next up, Vandalize. Used in
I gotta
the
be honest
trailer,
with you.
Used in I don't remember where it was used in.
It's in what I think it's in like the normal mode credits if you don't fight at the end.
Fair enough.
Now here's the thing. I believe this is another song that technically wasn't made for Sonic, like it existed before Sonic.
But it works a whole lot fucking better than
I gotta tell you, I love One Way Dream, but I gotta be honest, Vandalize. I like Vandalize more.
I do agree.
Because if we just touch on One Way Dream quickly, One Way Dream feels like a perfect representation of what Sonic Frontiers is meant to be. It's a new beginning. Vandalize feels like a representation of the entire franchise.
Vandalize is Vandalize feels like a song aimed at the Sonic franchise.
Yeah.
It's just like, you fucked me up. This is your last fucking shot, baby. Come on.
And then One Way Dream is like the response to that.
Yeah. So One Way Dream is, we took the shot. I think we did it well. I think we did it well.
Yeah.
They did it well. They did it so fucking well.
Both very good songs. I prefer Vandalize.
I think
both
I'm going to
very
be putting
good.
them. They're going to be close to each other.
Yeah.
Maybe with one in between at most.
Yeah.
But where?
I would like to put Vandalize in S tier.
I would not argue with you there. But where in S tier? And where it goes in S tier will decide what happens exactly to One Way Dream.
I think One Way Dream also belongs in S tier.
That's fair enough, baby. Let's just fucking...
I would like to put Vandalize. Yeah, that's where I was thinking.
About there. And I think One Way Dream...
Yeah.
Yeah, just sandwiching Live and Learn there.
Yeah.
Next, I'm With You.
I gotta be honest, I prefer the instrumental.
That's true. Yep.
I prefer it's nice. I like it. It sounds like it could play at an animal shelter.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's literally about someone wanting to go home. Like, you play that at an animal shelter. It'd fit. But I prefer the instrumental.
Lyrics-wise, yes. Tonally, yeah. What?
Well, I mean, the vocal version doesn't have anywhere near as much intensity as the instrumental version.
That's true.
Because the vocal version is for the credits, isn't it? If I remember correctly. Whereas, obviously, the instrumental version is for the true final boss.
I think I'll put it... It's still good.
Still good.
I think I'll put it just above Speak With Your Heart.
Okay.
Maybe. What, you think it up?
I prefer Speak With Your Heart.
Fair enough. It's a close call. It's going above Dear Father, surely, because oh my god, the baby version. You were so close. You were so close. Guys. No, please.
I can't go that high pitched.
The last.
Especially not at the time of day it is.
The last. I'm Here remix.
How do you feel about this?
I think, honestly, it's going in S. I think it's just there. I think I need to listen to this one again, man. I felt like it was too much. I can understand that. But I really like it. Personally.
Okay, I'll give you that one. You put Poison Spear at the top of A. I'll let you put.
I gave you Poison Spear at top of A. It's only fair.
Yeah.
So, this is the primary tier list, but we still have 2 more tiers to fill out to where they're supposed to be.
Something tells me we're not going to be slaving over this like we were in the
Yes,
Sonic
I feel like we're really That's the thing. With this tier list, we put them mostly in the order we think.
Yeah.
But we may reconsider now that we can forget about tiers A through D.
Yeah.
Because with E tier, we're definitely not going to be slaving over it so much because we have 2 decisions. We have 2 to choose from.
Yep.
So, Mason, which do you vote for? Which do you think works best as our dumb, stinky, doody fart tier?
Let me
Speak
think.
with your heart, Rainbow Mix, or Almost Dead.
You know, the worst thing the Rainbow Mix does is it just kind of disappoints me with a song that I like, but I'm not overly passionate about. Almost Dead was just a joke from the start. So, I think I know. It's Almost Dead. I think we knew before we even started this tier list.
We really did. But there's our dumb, stinky doodoo fart tier. Almost Dead. You are the worst Sonic
We
the
wish you
Hedgehog
were dead.
vocal track. You are the worst Sonic the Hedgehog vocal track. You know what? Just for the sake of it, when we do the second version of this with all the stage themes, should we also put in Almost Dead and whatever we put in Peak tier just to see if they get beaten out by a stage?
Yeah, because it'll just be adding the stuff we add to the existing tier list.
Yes, certainly.
I don't think the parameters will change a great deal because I guess ranking stage themes there is a slightly different set because
I think what
you'd be hearing them over and over.
It'll be a fresh tier list. But I will be putting in whatever we put in Peak and Almost Dead, and putting Almost Dead immediately in E, and putting whatever we put in Peak immediately in S, just to see if we still bump them up / down to where they currently are, or if something else beats them to that slot.
And then eventually, once we've ranked everything, we can just make one big tier list. Yeah, like just combine the 2, not make another video because we don't need to do that.
One big souped up tier list because everything's still going to be in the fucking ranks. It's here. Anyway, we've got quite a few to decide from here.
Yeah.
Quite a few. I think what we might do is we put up what we think are absolute biggest contenders for Peak R. We put them up, and then we just drag down the ones that we don't think belong.
Right. Okay.
So, tell you what, 3 picks each. 3 picks each. Mason, you pick one first.
What I'm Made Of.
It's a strong start. Me, it's the one I put up there, so.
Yeah.
Mason?
Another pick for Peak. Endless Possibility.
Good one. For me,
okay, well,
final pick.
I'm not gonna upstage you and put Breakthrough at all because that's very personal.
Only one Frontiers track.
Yeah.
at least only one Frontiers made a Titan theme.
Because I'm trying to be a little objective. I'm trying not to just give in to my personal opinion.
Oh, give in to your personal opinion. Who cares? This whole video is personal.
Well,
opinions.
yeah, I know, but it wouldn't sit right with me if I did that.
But what would you?
Well, it's like 3 different songs at this specific point in time.
That's good. That's a good point.
Zebrahead.
But, and for me, to add a little emotional variety.
Yes.
Right. So now we work through these contenders. Let's start at the left. Let's start at the left. What I'm made of. State your case.
It's like it's like the in a similar way that the We-Can was kind of the law of diminishing returns. This is like the law of expanding returns. Like you go from open your heart, you go to live and learn, and then you come to this. Because at this point you're probably expecting to hear Sonic Heroes in the final boss, because like so far every final boss theme has been a reprise of the main theme, but you get this song that's even better than Live and Learn.
Yeah.
And it just feels
and it's
perfect
like
for the
holy
situation.
shit. Because like Live and Learn, that's Sonic and Shadow's theme. Open Your Heart, that is Sonic's theme towards Chaos.
Yeah.
What I'm made of is Metal's theme.
Yeah.
You are, like, with the previous 2 final bosses, you're just fighting them.
Yeah.
With Metal, you are in his arena. He is fighting you. You are surviving him for a good majority of this fight.
That's literally how the fight works. You can't even damage him directly.
You are surviving him. So it's a solid contender. It's a very, very solid contender. For me.
Yeah.
With me. It is. It's one of the only final boss themes I've heard that it feels like a legitimate actual back and forth, you know? Like what I said before with what I'm made of, where it's like it's Metal's theme.
Yeah.
With me, it really feels like it's both. I forget the name of the transformation specifically, but spoilers, Merlina and Excalibur Sonic's theme jointly. This is the theme of their fight exclusively, not either of them alone. It has that back and forth. Mason.
Yeah.
And endless possibilities.
It feels like a perfect representation of what Sonic Unleashed is. I mean, if you're coming off the heels of Sonic 06 with the, like, ignoring the soundtrack perspective, but, like, the quality, like, for most people, that would be Reach for the Stars. I said that was a breath of fresh air, but if you really think about it,
Endless Possibilities is like,
whew,
we survived that, holy shit, we can do anything at this point.
Yeah. And it's just a brilliant song that really does feel like it represents Sonic well.
For me, Find Your Flame is the best, at least debatably the best, Titan theme in Sonic Frontiers. That ending, so fucking good. If the feel is just a better version of Infinite with none of the dog shit character tied to it. It's just a really stupidly hype boss thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all you need. Listen.
You want to talk stupidly hype? Zebrahead just out of the gate just goes about as hard as you can possibly go. And it's, I mean, like, the normal version of his world is, it feels pretty representative of, like, it works for, like, the title screen, but Zebrahead works for, like, the final cutscene of Sonic's story where they're barely surviving the airship crash. it's just the actionist
Totally not
action
the
song
egg
that you can
carrier crash.
get. Yeah, the egg.
The egg lifter. The egg basket.
When I was a lad, I lifted 4 dozen eggs every morning.
I didn't get very strong. Eggs are quite light. And finally for me, Live Life. I know initially I said, oh, only one track for me to get. No, it's Sonic. It's Sonic and Black Knight. I get 2 contenders from now on. It's Black Knight.
Yeah, you get to.
It's fine. But Live Life, genuinely the best emotional track in the Sonic franchise. I think genuinely even the non-lyrical ones. I know what you said. Way back when we were talking about Gamma's theme with the end cutscene.
Yeah.
Of Gamma's story. It's a close one, but I think Live Life hits it the post. Live Life is.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
It's so. It hits home on the themes of the game. It's just a really good emotional track generally.
Yeah.
And it fits with the character. It fits with Sonic. If you know, if Sonic was going to give you life advice, he would basically tell you the lyrics to Live Life.
It's the perfect answer to With Me.
So Mason.
God, this is difficult.
Let's start eliminating. Let's start pipping some down. What do we think?
Probably not Zebrahead.
I think Zebrahead. It's good. I'll just
put
all of the contenders for Pete back up at top of S.
Yeah.
It's great. It's so good. But it's just... It's not quite peak. It's not quite peak, you know?
I think similarly Find Your Flame. Still brilliant, but it's just
Still
not,
amazing,
not quite there.
It's
definitely the best non-final boss.
Of hype, non-final boss tracks. Hands down, I think the best.
Yeah. I prefer Breakthrough at all, but it's still very... It's like a razor-thin differentiation.
Yeah, it is purely opinionated.
That one just hit me personally, but this one's fantastic.
And Night hit me personally, it'd be like that.
Yep.
Ooh, here at the tough ones now.
God. Which do you think is better? What I'm Made Of or With Me?
I think I'm gonna have to shunt With Me down.
Okay.
On this one. I think I'm gonna have to shunt With Me down. So now we've got What I'm Made Of, Endless Possibility, and Live Life as our three finalists.
I think third place goes to Endless Possibility.
Third place goes to Endless Possibility.
It's brilliant. It's
so
the best.
good.
It's the best game theme.
Endless Possibility, your bronze medal. But now we have a very tough decision to make.
Yes.
What is the true peak Sonic track? Is it the best boss theme? Or the best emotional track?
God.
This is a tough fucking decision, honestly. This is so difficult to pick.
I think I've made my choice. Because one of these songs is the culmination of a character's personal journey. But it's one that was mostly off screen. The other one of these songs is the culmination of an entire game.
And
a perfect answer to a perfect question posed by an equally brilliant song that barely missed out, and genuinely good life advice, I think What I'm Made Of gains a respectable second place. And the peak Sonic song goes... Surprisingly. To Live Life.
Well down, there's the tier list, baby. So...
Look at there are 5 songs below C tier.
And 2 of them are mostly fine.
Yeah.
One of them is also mostly fine, but holy shit, the non-fine bit.
Yeah.
And then we've got Physical Pain and
one that hurts my ears and one that hurts my soul.
Yeah. And then up top you've got fucking however many tracks that
like,
heal your
everything
soul.
else.
You've got then above that you've got everything else. The
like
bottom
80%
part of the tier list.
80% of the tier list is being above.
Yeah. There's 15 tracks out of 87.
So
and
I guess
the bite of 87. 15
yeah.
tracks. 15 go in the bottom half of the tier list.
We have scientifically proven that no matter the quality of the game, almost, Sonic music always slaps.
Again, almost.
I remembered Sonic Boom halfway through that sentence. Not Sonic Boom the song, Sonic Boom the game. That one doesn't have a lyrical thing.
Sonic Boom the song, it's pretty good. It's a quality song. I like it. It's very nice. Sonic Boom the game, thank fuck for that game that it doesn't have a significant vocal track, or that thing would have been in E. I still probably would have put Almost Dead in Dumb Stinky Doodoo Fart tier, but it's a probably, not a definitely.
Yeah.
But yes,
there we go.
Is our tier list, everybody.
For now, because as we know,
list of these tracks.
This was not an exhaustive list.
And the further listings shall be done another day.
But we are approaching 3 hours, so I reckon we'll call it here.
I think we shall, yes. Now, Mason, what do you think of the tier list that we put together?
I like it.
What do you think of our time here?
I think it was very nice. I do feel a little contention with I'm Here Revisited, but that's a personal choice.
That's personal.
Everything else I can get along with.
Right next to the original. It did end up right next to the original, considering our peak picks. But I think in all honesty, you could probably swap these.
Yeah, they're pretty interchangeable.
I wouldn't. Yeah, they're interchangeable.
They serve different
quality,
purposes.
but you really can't. You could not use Revisited on the title screen.
No, yeah, they serve different purposes.
And the original definitely does not work as well as a boss theme, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But yes.
I'm very happy with this.
It's outro time, baby.
Yeah.
If you like this video, hit that like button. If you very much like this video and want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. We upload episodes of our main show, Really Comes Stuff, every Monday or Tuesday, depending on your time zone, and we upload other things on Thursdays or Fridays, again, depending on your time zone. Other things such as this, and the next one that we will be doing, which will be, of course, on the other vocal themes, the stages, primarily. But there are, I think, maybe a couple of non-stage vocal themes that we forgot somewhere along the way. I don't know, but it'll mostly be stages. We'll get all the rest of them, and we'll also be ranking alongside them Live Life and Almost Dead, just to see if they remain in their peak and Dumb Stinky Doodoo Fart tiers respectively.
Yeah.
But yes, you can wait for that, or there is a variety of other Thursday content. The official 1,000 subscriber special is something that I am cooking up at the moment.
Yeah.
Something that I don't know if I've told the others about, but you will see it. You will see soon enough.
I'm looking forward to it.
Indeed. It's a big one. It's going to be a fun one, a trip down general memory lane, but how so? Check out Thursday uploads to find out. advertising. You can also follow me on Tumblr, where I post things sometimes. Mostly reblogs, if I'm honest. But the stuff I post, I think, is pretty good, and the reblogs are pretty good, if not a toot my own horn. You know? You can also follow our friend June on Tumblr and on Instagram. She's going to be putting some stuff out on Instagram around May 10th. Check that out. It's going to be some good stuff.
Yeah.
With her, it's mostly reblogs on Tumblr as well, but with me and June on Tumblr, you can send us a message, something, I don't know. Have some fun. Have some fun with it. Do what you like. Follow your dreams. Follow your heart, etc. You can also follow our friend Arthur on Twitch. He's not doing that much over there at the moment. Busy times. But you know, he'll be back. He'll be back.
Yeah.
And Mason, do you have anything to add at the end of this fine tier list video?
I'm just really glad that we're able to do this. I hope everybody enjoys it. Feel free to talk about, well, Sonic music, but also whatever you like in the comments. If you really do want to see that second part, then please let us know, and we'll get working on it with haste. Gotta go with haste.
Tell us what you think should have been in peak tier, if you disagree.
Yeah. And if there are any other ideas for a tier list that you'd like to see, then let us know.
Indeed, if you'd like to see us rank some stuff, these tier list videos are, I'll not lie, they're pretty easy to make, but hey, I have fun with them, Mason has fun with them, and I like editing. I like just having something to edit, you know? So they're nice for that. They're pretty good for that. And we'll see you in the next video. Later.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.